Hello and welcome back to Sports Beyond Cancer. This is your very own sports journalist Shourabh Vittalmurthy welcoming you to this 37th game of this Indian Premier League here. It's a double header tonight here, today here, and currently we are here in Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai as Gujarat Titans have won the toss and have put the opposition into bat here. And the CSK have got off to a flurry of boundaries here with Samson on 11 of 12 and Gaikwad 10 of 6 here. Wonderful first over here from Mohammad Siraj and Sanju Samson with a couple of boundaries in the second over has become the 8th Indian to reach 5,000 runs in the T20 in the IPL there. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all on this sports journalistic style of watch along here on Sports Beyond Cancer. This is your very own sports journalist Shourabh Vittalmurthy, currently battling my 5th cancer, and hope you're doing good and hope you're having a wonderful time out here on Sports Beyond Cancer. This time a wild slash outside the off stump. I think there's an edge there. Sanju Samson will have to depart here. The ball was bowled in quick and just took off from the surface here. 148 point odd clicks on that one, and Sanju Samson tried to cut at it and off the outside edge. That'll be a wicket here for Gujarat Titans here. This will be a big wicket here for Gujarat Titans here. The good length delivery, wobble seam, and it whizzed off the surface there. It took off the surface, and Sanju Samson tried to play the hard cut off the outside edge. And a good catch there by Josh Butler there. And straight away the umpires raised his fingers, and Sanju Samson on this occasion will have to make an early walk back towards the dressing room. Just 11 of 15 balls for Sanju Samson tonight. The first over he struggled because Siraj was on the mark without swingers there. He troubled Sanju Samson with the first over, but a couple of boundaries in the second over of Rabada, and Sanju Samson became the 8th Indian to reach 5,000 runs in IPL. But Rabada has the final laugh in this over here as he's removed the dangerous Sanju Samson here. And thank you so much there for your subscription, Sumant Gaura. Thank you so much for your subscription there. Well, the man in number 3 tonight for CSK would be Uril Patel here. His first outing tonight in this campaign so far. He was brought in as a replacement player last year, and he was impressive. The little stint he got in the last year, he looked promising, and CSK have continued along with him. And tonight, in the absence of Sarfraz Khan, he has been given the responsibility of walking at number 3 here. And because Sanju Samson has departed early, well, Gujarat Titans will be extremely happy, because Sanju Samson has been carrying CSK on a couple of games for more than often in this season so far. As here is Rabada running to bowl to Uril Patel here this time. A full inning delivery, and Uril Patel drives it straight towards the cover fielder. That'll just be a dot ball here. 148.2 clicks, that one. The previous one where Sanju Samson edged it to the wicket keeper there. The ball was bowled in quick and was shaping away from the right-hander, and Sanju Samson there, not much footwork, tried to play a wild slash outside the off stump, and the ball just outside the edge, and easy catch there for a regulation catch there for the wicket keeper there. This time Uril Patel charges down the ground, backs away himself on the leg side, and a wonderful shot there past the cover and between the mid-off fielder there. What a shot there! An authority of dominance there. Wonderful shot here to get off the mark here. His first game of the season, and talk about confidence there. Charging down the wicket to the experienced fast bowler from South Africa, who's clocking over 148, 149 there. And he's charged down the ground and he smashed it through the line between the cover fielders and mid-off region there. Take about the kind of confidence this youngster has. This time Uril Patel, he will have to depart early this time. Uril Patel will have to depart here. Did he try to charge one time too many here, and Rabada's managed to pick up a second wicket off this over here. Poor cricket on this occasion. Immature batting out here. He's already got the boundary. It is the last ball of Rabada. He charges down the ground, and Rabada this time, as soon as he seems The batter charging down the ground, banks it in shot, and Uril Patel decides to continue to play the pull shot here, but the ball was climbing onto him. He doesn't get good contact on the bat of the top edge there. The ball's only gone towards the mid-on fielder there, and Jason Holder completes an easy catch here, and Chennai Super Kings are in deep trouble here. 25 for 2 after 4, and a wonderful over here for Rabada here. Just 5 runs, beg your pardon, just 4 runs and a wicket off this over here. Wonderful over here for the South African here, and Chennai Super Kings in some trouble now. 25 for 2 after 4 overs here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, do let us know in the chat box from which part of the world you're watching the stream, and also which team you're supporting tonight here. Every single subscription will mean the world to us, so kindly do let us know from which part of the world you're watching the stream, and also which city you're watching this game from. Straight away, Sarfraz Khan being brought in as an impact player here. Well, talk about turnaround of things here. Straight away, CSK had to look towards their impact player because they lost 2 wickets in a single over, especially Uril Patel. Did he try to go a little bit too hard, a little too early there? He was just into his 3rd ball. He's already got a boundary there, a rollicking boundary there, wonderful boundary, and then to get out in that sort of a manner will definitely not please the captain nor the coach there. Definitely he should have taken some more time there. And did he charge a little bit too early there, trying to hit Rabada once again over the top there, but Rabada, clever campaigner, banks it in short, bowls it quick, the ball climbing on the batter, and he had to be dismissed here. This time Mohammad Siraj, Ruturaj Gaikwad's wrapped on the pads there. A huge appeal there from Mohammad Siraj there, and the umpire nods his head. Shubman, Gill having a word with Mohammad Siraj and Josh Butler there. Will they be taking the review there? We'll have to wait and watch. If at all they'll be taking the review. Here is Mohammad Siraj to Ruturaj this time. Good link delivery outside the off stump. Just taps it towards the cover point fielder. That will just be a dot ball here. Here is Siraj to Ruturaj Gaikwad on the patch. He tucks it away towards the short square leg region there. He'll pick up a single as the fielder in the short mid wicket will cut it off. The batters will cross over for a single there. CSK will definitely miss out the services of Ayush Matre, and they'll be hoping that they'll be able to replace him in this season in a promising manner, because the kind of impact he's had with the bat was simply wonderful. They're much required for CSK, but Uril Patel being brought in tonight, he definitely has the potential, but tonight's not being his night. Did he try to take the charge a little bit too early against the opposition there, especially after getting a boundary of Rabada in that manner, and then to follow it up by charging down the ground for a consecutive ball and only holding out to the fielder in the mid-on region there. But here is Sarfraz Khan straight away brought in as an impact player here. This time Sarfraz Khan tries to play the pull shot here. First ball, the ball's in the air. Will he be also gone for the first ball duck here? Yes, he'll be gone for the first ball duck here. What is happening here for Chennai? Sarfraz Khan being brought as an impact player immediately after Uril Patel, and he placed the pull shot off the top edge. The ball's in the air, and an easy catch there for Josh Butler there. Mohammad Siraj banging it shot, and Sarfraz Khan straight away wanting to take the challenge back to the opposition there. Wonderfully directed a cross seam delivery bouncer that was wonderfully directed, and Sarfraz Khan trying to play the pull shot here. No timing at all, no control of the shot at all. Only pulling it straight in the air. An easy catch here for Josh Butler, and a golden duck here for Sarfraz Khan. An ultimate waste of impact player here. Poor cricket here from Sarfraz Khan and Uril Patel here. Uril Patel was brought in at number 3 instead of Sarfaraz Khan tonight. But Uril Patel fell to a 3-ball 4 due to a poor shot, trying to play a pull against Rabada. And now Sarfaraz Khan immediately was brought in as an impact player in at number 4, and he's also thrown away his wicket here. CSK in deep trouble as Sarfaraz falls for a golden duck. 26 for 3 after 4.4, and that'll bring the youngster, the South African youngster out there in the middle, Diwal Brevis at the middle here. 26 for 3 after 4.4, and Chennai in utter dire there. They are in absolute disarray this afternoon here in Chennai. They started off wonderfully, especially after that second over when third over there when Siraj and Gaikwad and Samson got some flurry of boundaries there. But then since then, after the fall of Samson, poor cricket from both the likes of Uril Patel and Sarfaraz Khan there. How much will CSK miss the services of Ayush Matre there? Here is Mohammad Siraj to Diwal Brevis once again. Welcomes to the well-directed bouncer there. He ducks underneath the ball there. That's a good ball there. Wonderful ball there. Here is Siraj running into ball to Brevis, full length delivery, angling into the right hander, just drives it away towards the long mid-on fielder there. That will be a dot ball here. Just one run and a wicket coming off this over. That will be 26 for 3 after 5. What a start here for Gujarat Titans, and Mohammad Siraj to CSK in dire disarray there. A poor start there. Poor cricket, especially from the likes of Uril Patel and Sarfaraz Khan. That's the reason I keep telling you when a lot of people question why does Sarfaraz Khan not get much chance in the Indian team. He's definitely a good player. He has the talent. He has the potential. And why did none of the teams look towards him? The main reason is he lacks temperament there. He lacks temperament. Despite having the skill set, he is someone who lacks temperament. Hopefully he works on it and he grows through the ranks there. The last 10 balls here for Gujarat Titans. 5 runs and 3 wickets there, courtesy of that, especially the 2 wickets that fall after Samson. Uril Patel throwing away his wicket, charging down the ground, trying to counter-attack Aurora straight away. And then Sarfaraz Khan trying to play a pull shot to Mohammad Siraj there, where the ball was climbing onto him, and no timing and no control on the shot here. Rabada into his third year, full inning delivery, angling into the right hander. He leans in towards the shot and drives it away towards the cover fielder there. That will be a dot ball there. Good length delivery outside the off stump. He punches it away towards the cover region there, point cover region there. That will be a dot ball here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button if at all you're loving the stream here. And also switch to the horizontal format if at all you're watching on the vertical format there. The link is provided in your chat box there. Kindly hit the subscribe button. And also click the link in the chat column and jump to the horizontal stream there, because that will help me towards my battle with cancer, because we can generate some revenue from the ads when you watch the horizontal platform there. .149.2 clicks on that one. Good length delivery outside the off stump. He's happy to guide it away towards the third man region there. He'll pick up a single there. It's been a good over here for a good start here for Gujarat Titans. The last over of power play and 27 runs and only 27 runs and 3 wickets back in the hut there. Wonderful start here. The main batter Samson dismissed early, and then poor shot from Uril Patel, who got his first outing tonight here. He looked wonderful, especially that first shot to get off the mark there. Uril Patel completely dominating, charging down the ground and driving through the cover region. But the next ball he tried to counter-attack and he tried to play the pull shot here, but he was only caught in the mid-on region there. He tried to counter-attack the bowler, and Rabada cleverly banged it in short, and the ball was climbing onto him, and he was no control of the shot, only the top edging it towards the mid-on fielder there. And Sarfaraz Khan, once again, poor cricket there. Straight away, he was brought in at number 4 for impact player there after the fall of Uril Patel, who lasted only one ball there. Pull shot in the air, easy catch for Shourabh Vittalmurthy there. Here is Rabada to devolve Bravis there, following delivery outside the off stumps. He drives it towards the cover point fielder there. A slight misfield. I think that will give the batters the opportunity to cross over for a single there, and Bravis will be off the mark here on this occasion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button there. We require all your support in this journey, in this battle against the fifth cancer there. So kindly hit that like and support button. Every single like and support will mean subscribe will mean the world to us in this journey here. Just 2 runs coming off the first 5 balls here. The last ball off the power play, and the last ball of the 6th over there coming in from Rabada here. As he's all set to bowl to Gaikwad here, banks it in short. Once again, well directed in swinging a bouncer, and Gaikwad happy to leave the ball alone. Good spell here from Rabada. He's hitting the deck hard. He's cranking in the pace. He's bending his back, and is definitely bowling his heart out here. And that will be the end of the power play. 6 overs done and dusted. Gujarat Titans definitely having a complete upper hand in the game so far here. 28 for 3 after 6 overs here. Straight away with 2 right-handers out there in the middle. Straight away, Manav Sutar has been given the ball to replace Mohammad Siraj. He looked impressive against Royal Challengers Bangalore. He was brought into this bowl at a later half of the stage when RCB had almost managed to get the game into their pockets there, but even then he bowled wonderfully, tossing the ball away from Ruturaj, and he's got the wicket of Ruturaj to the other night, and he bowled well the other night there, Manav Sutar. And tonight with 2 right-handers out there in the middle, and CSK troubling, and being it a Chennai wicket here, he's definitely bound to get an early over here. Here straight away, as the field restrictions have been relaxed, he's been brought into the attack here. Full inning delivery, and Deval Brevis drags it in the air, and the ball will roll away towards the long on region there for a single there. The field is spread out now, and CSK's batting lineup, as you can see, they still have the likes of Shivam Dube, Karan Sharma, Karthik Sharma, and Jamie Overton and Akhil Hussain there, but they'll be definitely disappointed with Uril Patel and Sarfaraz Khan, especially the impact player coming in and straight away throwing in his wicket here. Well, it definitely hurts when you bring in an impact player and straight away is dismissed off the first ball here without any creating even impact, without even staying for a couple of balls there, playing that kind of a irresponsible shot here. Once again, that's the reason I keep telling time and time again, Sarfaraz Khan definitely needs to work on temperament. He has the skills, he has the talent, but if at all you do not work on your temperament, you cannot be a good player there. This time the ball tossed wide outside the wide guideline, and that should be a wide ball here. 30 for 3 after 6.2. Ruturaj Gaikwad, he's not been amongst the runs. He'll definitely feel the pressure. He'll definitely feel the heat tonight here because the other batters have been dismissed. He's still out there and has not been in the greatest of deaths. But when sometimes what you need to learn is that sometimes when some people are pushed to the brink of the wall, when the pressure just climbs onto him, the pressure gets the better of him. Could this be that sort of an afternoon tonight here? Could this sort of a pressure bring out the best here from Ruturaj Gaikwad? This time banged in short and turning away from the right-hander, cuts the ball, and the ball's gone towards the backward point region. That will be a dot ball once again here. Here Manav Sutar, flight delivery, and is driven it in the air, and the ball will go towards the wide of the long off region there. That will give the batters the opportunity to come back for 2 runs here. Good running there, good communication between the 2 batters, and they'll easily come back for 2 runs on this occasion. Well, do let us know in the chat box which city you're watching the stream from, and also which team you're supporting tonight here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Once again, good ball. Yes, great start here from Manasatha, tossing it slower through the air. The ball gripping and turning away from the right-hander, has driven it straight towards the long on region there, and that will be a single here. Afternoon game here on a Sunday afternoon, on a Sunday, and it's completely hot and humid out here in Chennai here. And 33 for 3 after 7 here. It's going to be tough playing out there in that sort of a climate out here. 33 for 3 after 7. Gaikwad once again a steady start. 15 runs of 18 balls. After that flurry of boundaries in the second over, third over, he's not been able to rotate the strike. He's the Gujarat Titans have managed to keep it tight here. And now the big man from West Indies has been tossed up the ball. He'll be bowling his first over of the afternoon here, as Jason Holder is all set to bowl his first over here. Beg your pardon there. Jason Holder all set to bowl to Gaikwad. Yes. This time the ball banged in short outside the off stump. Prithviraj Gaikwad happy to guide it along the ground towards the third man region there. He'll pick up a single there. CSK need to be sensible. They need to build a partnership here. The partnership just 8 runs of 15 balls. Gujarat Titans have managed to strangle CSK for runs there. They kept it really tight. The run rate just 4.74, while the other teams are scoring 260, 270. CSK is struggling tonight here. Since 2019, CSK has not chased any targets above 190 plus here. I mean, since 2019, it's almost 8 years now, and CSK hasn't almost 6 years now to 7 years now, and CSK hasn't chased anything above 185, 190 there, and that's a wonderful fact here. It's extremely surprising fact there, because when teams are chasing 265, 263, and what's more even surprising is that even during that phase, CSK has managed to go on to win 2 tournaments too. CSK has gone on to win 2 titles to play in that space too. That's something a wonderful stat out there. Here is Brevis to Gaikwad. Here is Brevis all set to face Holder there. This time angling into the right-hander, just driven it away towards the short mid-wicket fielder there. That will just be a dot ball here. Jason Holder is a clever campaigner. He rolls his fingers and is someone who used the variations to the fullest potential there. Here is this time he's wrapped on the pads here, but the ball was angling down the leg. Try to heave it across the leg stump there. The ball an off cutter, and Deval Brevis wanted to go over the top, over the deep mid-wicket region there, but it's hit him on the pad there. And will Gujarat Titans be taking the review there? I think they will be taking the review. There you go, because this could be touch and go, because it looked like it could hit the leg stump, or probably the outside part of the leg stump there, but they have taken the gamble, because they all understand it's a big wicket, because Deval Brevis is someone who can take the game away from him. He has that kind of a potential there, and Shubman Gill decides to take it upstairs here. The batters have crossed for a single leg by there, but we'll have to wait for this one now. Is this hitting the leg stump, or is it missing, or just the going to be umpire's call hitting the slice of the leg stump there? No bat on that, definitely no bat on that, as we are watching the ultra motion. Well, definitely missing the wickets by quite a margin. They're definitely missing the wickets by quite a margin. That will be just a dot ball decision. DRS. One of the reviews being burnt out here by Gujarat Titans as the decision is upheld there. Here is Holder to bowl to Gaikwad here. Once again, an off cutter outside the off stump, coming in from the good length there. Tried to guide it towards the third man region there, but the ball a little bit climbing onto him, so he's only hit it towards the front of the backward point fielder, and that'll be a dot ball. Here is Jason Holder to Ruturaj Gaikwad, gently taps it away in front of the cover point fielder, and they'll quickly scamper for a single there. Good over here, just 2 runs coming off Holder's first. That'll be 36 for 3 after 8 overs here. CSK definitely need to get a move on here. Gujarat Titans have kept it tight. They definitely need to get a move on. The partnership just 10 runs from 20 balls there. And if at all you're watching the stream, this is your very own sports journalist, Shourabh Vittalmurthy, welcoming you to the stream here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Do not forget to hit the like button and do not forget to hit the subscribe button there. Every single like and subscription will mean the world to us in this battle against my 5th cancer. 25 balls since the last boundary. Take a bow there. 25 balls. I think the last boundary was hit by Uril Patel before he got dismissed there. That wonderful, wonderful shot there as Manav Uttar's been will continue the spell there. Here is Manav Uttar angling into the middle stick there, whips it away from the middle stump there. The ball's gone towards the deep wicket position there. Good fielding there by Sajid in the deep. And the batters will only be able to take a single on this occasion there. 26 balls since the last boundary. Gujarat trying to keep it as tight as possible there. 3 fielders protecting the outfield on the leg side in the form of a deep backward square, deep mid wicket and long on region there. And 2 fielders on the onside there. 1 sweeper cover and 1 deep extra cover there. Here is Manav Uttar as Deval Brevis tries to go down the track and is only hit high in the air, and the ball's swirling in the air for quite some time. And Shubman Gill will take an easy catch in the cover region there, and that'll be the end of Deval Brevis here. That'll be the end of the Deval Brevis here. He has not been in the greatest of forms in the season. He's not been amongst runs this season. Once again, Deval Brevis holding out to a left arm spinner there. The ball was tossed in outside the off stump. Deval Brevis trying to take on the field, tries to go over the long off region there, but the ball turning away from him. That little amount of turn away from the right-hander, and the ball's been off the edge, sliced in the air, and Shubman Gill in the cover region there had to wait for ages for the ball to come down to his palms, and he's managed to pounce the catch perfectly. And even though he lost his footing and balance there, he's managed to hold on to the catch, and that'll be the end of Deval Brevis here. CSK in super deep trouble here. They are 37 for 4 after 8.2 overs. Deval Brevis dismissed for 2 runs of 9 balls. A poor batting effort from the South African once again, and CSK 37 for 4 after 8.2, and that will bring up the strategic timeout break here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to all the folks who are just joining here on Sports Beyond Cancer, that's the story so far here from MA Chidambaram. This is Shourabh Vittalmurthy welcoming you to the stream between the Chennai Super Kings game versus Gujarat Titans here in MA Chidambaram Stadium, Chepauk here in Chennai here. And after being put into bat here, Chennai Super Kings do not get off to a good start here. They're currently at 37 for 4 after 8.2 overs here. They are in some deep trouble as Shubman Dube is walked down at number 6 here for CSK. Man of Sutar to Shubman Dube. This time the ball turning away from the left-hander has dragged the ball and that will be a dot ball here. Has driven it back to the bowler there. That will be a dot ball there. Here is Man of Sutar to bowl to Dube. Flight delivery outside the off stump and Shubman Dube drives it along the ground towards the long off region there and he'll be off the mark here. Well, what can Chennai Super Kings do here? They lost 4 wickets for 38 runs after 8.4 overs and the Gujarat Titans completely dominating them. The likes of Deval is also back into the hut. The middle order once again failing here for CSK with Sarfraz immature and irresponsible shot here. Uril Patel once again his first game of the campaign and irresponsible and immature shot, especially after getting that sort of a boundary there. This time sharp turn on that one, huge degrees of turn on that one. The ball pitching in leg stump and turning way outside the off stick there. Wonderful ball there. This pitch has definitely something in for the spinners too. This time Manasata arm ball there coming sharply into the right hander. He's wrapped on the pads here. A huge appeal there from the bowler, but I think it's definitely going down the leg and the umpire feels so. And that will be a not ball here. 38 for 4 after 9 here. Good over here. Just 2 runs and a wicket here. Wonderful bowling here from Manasata. And CSK 38 for 4 after 9. They definitely need to get a move on here as Jason Holder has been brought back into the attack for his second over here. Just 2 runs coming off his first over as here he is running into bowl to Shubman Dube. This is going to be a bouncer straight away. This time the ball banged in shot outside the off stump. Shubman Dube cuts it away. Will this go for a boundary there? Diving effort there from Manasutar from the third man region there, but the ball will squeeze underneath his hands and the ball will run away into the boundary there. 4 runs here. Much required here. Boundary here for CSK. It's been quite some time since CSK hit a boundary. I think the last one was which Uril Patel hit just before being dismissed off the next ball there. And since then, it's been completely a phase of drought here for CSK in regards to the boundaries. And this time, wonderful placement there from Shubman Dube, and he'll pick up 4 runs for himself and the team. This time, Shubman Dube drives it towards the mid-off fielder there, and they'll scamper for a quick single there on the occasion. .42 for 4 after 9.43 for 4 after 9.3 overs here. Take a bow for the efforts of Gujarat Titans this afternoon here in Sunday. 45 for 4 after 11 overs here. Here is Jason Holder running into ball 2. Ruturaj Gaikwad here. Once again, Gaikwad here. 19 runs of 33 balls here. He's struggling out there in the middle. Even to rotate the strikers. 19 of 34. He's spent a lot of time out here too in this afternoon in this humid conditions here at Chepauk. He's definitely been stranded with the wickets falling from the other end, but despite that, he's not been able to get runs along his way. Here is the ball banged in shot outside the off stump. He's cut it away on the bounce to the field there in the backward point region there, and that will be dot ball once again here. Gaikwad 19 of 35 there. Take about what's happening out here to Gaikwad. 19 runs of 35 balls there. A slow bouncer, and that will go beyond his head, and that will be a wide ball here. An off cutter there, 19 of 35 for Gaikwad. His run rate just above 50 there, especially when the batters are going at 300 with the likes of Suryavanshi, the likes of Abhishek Sharma, so the Travis Heads, the Priyan Sharias and Prab Simrans. Gaikwad has definitely looked a little bit reserved, especially with wickets falling, but even then it's a below par striking rate there, especially in this format of the game. Once again rolling his fingers, and Ruturaj Gaikwad rocks back and pulls it away towards the wide of the long on the single on this occasion here. CSK definitely need to get a move on here. Shourabh Vittalmurthy, who was last off the dropped in the last over, gets a reprieve here. Can he capitalize on it? 9 more overs to go. Just 9 more overs to go. Can they at least give their bowlers something to bowl at, some fighting total at? It's a long way, we know, but still games just a change in a fraction of a second here. But they only managed to put 47 on board with 4 wickets down of 11.4 overs, especially with their captain batting on 20 of 36 there. Here is Jason Holder there. An off cutter and outside the off stump, shaping away from the left-hander. Is driven it down the bounce to the bowler there. That will be a dot ball here. The current projected score at this rate will only take CSK to just 79 runs there. How much is the team dependent on Sanju Samson there? When Sanju plays, the team scores. When Sanju doesn't perform, the team goes down the train there, goes down the bus there. Well, this can't be the scenario going in the ahead in this tournament here. CSK definitely need the players to pitch in their contribution. We haven't seen Deval Brevis come to the party. We haven't seen the likes of Shubman Dube come to the party. We haven't seen the likes of Sarfraz Khan come to the party. Apart from that 50 during that losing cause against RCB. This time banged in shot, and Shubman Dube just tucks it away towards the wide of the short fine leg fielder there. The ball will run past him, and this time it will go into the boundary there. 4 runs here, and that will be the end of 12 overs here. 51 for 4 after 12 here. No wonder the wickets are too paced. It's coming a tad slow to the batters there, but you can't give an excuse to play at that sort of a strike rate there. This time Ruturaj Gaikwad trying to charge down the wicket here. Arshad there with the bouncer there. Well, that steepingly climbed onto him, and he tried to play the pull shot here, and he's been hit on the hand there. He's been hit on the hand and is down on the ground there, writhing in pain there. Ruturaj Gaikwad straight away. He's been hit on the wrist there. The ball a bouncer, and he tried to go over the top there, and the ball hitting him on the shoulder there. Beg your pardon there, and he's straight away on the down, and straight away Arshad with his hand up in the air, apologizing to the batter there. 51 for 4 after 12.4, 12.1, and Gujarat Titans finding rhythm straight away since the dismissal of Sanju Samson. It's all been going Gujarat's way. They got the wicket of the man in form, Sanju Samson, early tonight. Tried to slash the ball outside the off stump, and the ball climbing onto him, and 148.2 clicks on that one, and an easy catch there for Josh Butler. And tonight they brought in Uril Patel as an impact player tonight, and Uril Patel into the playing 11. Beg your pardon there. Uril Patel was brought in as in the playing 11 at number 3, and he hit a wonderful shot coming down the ground, driving it past the mid-off region there towards the boundary, and the next ball banged in shot. He once again charged on the ground, nowhere near the ball. Tried to play the pull shot, only getting a top edge towards the mid-on wicket there. And Sarfraz Khan walking in as an impact player immediately and going back without any impact, without even surviving 2 balls there. Straight away, a golden duck, tried to play the pull shot, and he was caught by the wicket keeper there off the bowling of Mohammad Siraj there. As Ruturaj Gaikwad is back on his feet here. He's back on his feet here. Well, that would definitely sting here. How much of that injury will affect his batting here? He's not been in that kind of a form tonight too. 37 for his only 27 balls for his 20 runs there. Extremely below par innings there in regards to strike rate there. Especially when this format of the game demands you to bat at 250, 270, especially when you open the innings during the power play. At this time, the ball in the slot here, and is hit across the leg stump. The ball goes over the deep mid-wicket in the huge 6 coming off the blade of Ruturaj Gaikwad. The first of the evening here for CSK. Wonderful shot here. The first of the evening here, ladies and gentlemen. That will definitely bring some noise out here in Chepauk here. They have been quiet since the start of the game, apart from the first 2 overs where Sanju and Ruturaj got a couple of boundaries there. But apart from that, it's been a quiet afternoon here for the fans out here under the sun, humid conditions, summer out here in India, and finally something to cheer for with that 6 there. This time banged in shot outside the off stump, is driven it away on the bounce to the backward point fielder. That will be a dot ball here. Ruturaj Gaikwad needs to keep the strike rotating. They need to keep the scorecard moving here. They can't afford to play in a similar manner for the next 8 overs here. Just 7.3 overs left, and the CSK just 57 for 4. They definitely need to bring in the long handle as early as possible, because the game's almost in the favor of Gujarat Titans with 57 for 4 on board after 12.3 overs here. Here is Arshad here. This time bangs in shot. Arshad tries to play the pull shot here. This time once again he's managed to clear the mid-wicket there. 6 runs here. Second consecutive 6 of the over here. And that'll take him to 32 of 40 now. The 2 6s definitely helping Ruturaj Gaikwad's strike rate here. Still batting below 100 runs strike rate. He's still below, I think he's still below 60 there. 60 strike rate there. And that'll be a second 6 of the over here. Once again going across the line, and he's managed to clear the ropes in the deep there. A 78-meter 6 here towards the deep mid-wicket region there, and the ball crashing into the advertising hoardings there. This time full delivery outside the off stump. He drives it and checks his shot, and the ball will roll away towards the cover fielder, and that will be a dot ball here. Arshad, the last ball of his second over here. 1.5, none for 13. He's running into bowl to Gaikwad. This time a full length delivery, and Gaikwad drives it along the ground, and misfield there from the fielder in the mid-off region there. I think it's Shubman. Gill is let it through under his hands, and the batters will come back for 3 runs here. Good running between the batters there, and they'll come back for 3 runs here. Poor fielding on this occasion by the Gujarat Titans keeper there, and that will be 15 off the over, and that will be 66 for 4 after 13. And straight away CSK, I think they'll be keen to get that power play there, and they get the timeout. They beg your pardon there, and straight away they're deciding to go in for the timeout there to assess things and what they can do from here. They're definitely back behind in the terms of runs on this wicket, and definitely they're extremely behind in terms of the run rate and also the strike rate there. The run rate just 4.91 take above when the other teams are scoring at 275 strike rate with the opening batters especially scoring about 220, 225. You saw this Vaibhav Suryavanshi, you saw the likes of Abhishek Sharma, you saw the likes of Priyan Sharya. But it's not been that sort of a night here for CSK. A lot of troubles and a lot of concerns and a lot of loopholes in this current CSK team, which they are trying to address one game at a time. Every single time they may manage to win one game, the next game brings in more problems here. Especially when Sanju Samson falls early, this team definitely looks like they are in some deep trouble here. And tonight the same thing happened. Sanju Samson fell in the second over, and then straight away Uril Patel coming in today for the first time in this campaign here. Uril Patel was given an outing here, but he's failed to capitalize on his chance there. Wonderful shot to start off his innings, but then the next ball, a poor shot to throw away his wicket and put the team under the bus. And Sarfaraz Khan, straight away, he was brought in as an impact player because Uril Patel fell early. They had to go in and bring that impact player there in the middle to stop the free falls of the wicket, falling off the wickets there. But Sarfaraz Khan falling off the first ball there, that did not mean at all bringing him as an impact player there. Probably they could have had Mukesh Chowdhury with the ball there tonight here. It looks definitely good surface, especially for the left-arm pacer. But now they cannot afford to have Mukesh Chowdhury with the ball there because they've already burnt out their impact player in the form of Sarfaraz Khan there. Poor team management there from CSK. The last game, Mukesh Chowdhury was the pick of the bowlers along with Akil Hussain for CSK, despite getting just the first one wicket. The young lad can swing the ball both the ways, and he bowled wonderfully in the last game. I definitely thought he deserved a game tonight here. I thought he would be coming in as an impact player there, and I'm not sure why they experimented by bringing in Uril at number 2, number 3, and Sarfaraz then brought in as an impact player at number 4. They could have either gone in with Brevis earlier, and they could have brought in Uril in the later half of the game there. But that said, 66 for 4 after 13 here, and 7 more overs to go. Can they at least put a decent total on the wicket for the bowlers to something to bowl at least something to bowl at, give them an outside chance here. The game is already swaying away in favor of Gujarat Titans. It's 80% in favor of Titans there, only 20% in favor of CSK. That 20% is only because they have 7 more overs to go, and only if they create some impact and take the score somewhere to 160 from here, 167 from here. I think the equation or the ratios could switch to 75-25 there. But even then, Gujarat will be having an upper hand. The orange cap currently with Abhishek Sharma, who scored 380 runs off his 8 innings, and the 15-year-old prodigy kid Vaibhav Suryavanshi at number 2, 357 of 8 innings there. And KL Rahul is at number 3 there, 357 runs of 7 matches there. And he's scoring that big 150 tonight. Previous afternoon, that definitely did a world of good for him as well as Delhi Capitals there. But unfortunately, on a losing cause there, this time banks it short here, and Gaikwad straight away pulls the ball. The ball's gone over the fine leg region there. 6 runs there, crashing into the advertising hoarding there. Something for the fans to celebrate here. It's been a quiet spell of overs so far. I think 25-30 odd balls, 26 odd balls without no boundaries, and 2 sixes coming off the last over, and now 1 more 6 here off the first ball of this 14. They making the intentions clear here. They have to play the catch-up game. They're extremely lagging behind in terms of the runs. They defy a lot of boundaries if at all they want to make a case in this game, and they start off the 14th straight away off this after this strategic timeout with a 6 here. Here is Jason Holder, this time spraying down the pads. He just drives it along the ground towards the deep mid-wicket region there. That'll just be a single on this occasion. With that 6 of the previous ball, Gaikwad storms in to number 4 at number 4 as a CSK player to notch up 100 sixes there. Number 4 as CSK player to notch up 100 sixes there. Shivam Dube, 10 runs from 8 balls. He definitely needs to get a move on here. Here is Jason Holder, banks it in short outside the off stump. He's only punched it towards the mid-off fielder there. That'll just be a dot ball here. Every single dot ball will start worrying CSK there. They are behind the run rate. The run rate is just 5.47, 73 for 4 after 13.2 overs here. They definitely need to score a boundary, or at least a couple of boundaries every single over. Otherwise, this game is just done and dusted before the end of the first innings there. Jason Holder once again, slower off cutter, climbing onto the left-hander. He's only managed to drive it towards the front of the cover region, and that'll be a dot ball once again. Holder once again banks it in short, rolls his finger, slow bouncer. He's pulled it away along the ground towards the deep wicket region there, and that'll just be a single there. Singles won't do here. He's taken 4 balls to get that, 3 balls to hit that one single there. Shivam Dube, you can't play in that sort of a manner, especially when a team is lacking behind in terms of the strike rate and run rate here. The run rate is currently 5.34, and the partnership just 36 of 32 balls there. Ruturaj Gaikwad on 42 of 44 here. It's been a steady, slow innings from the captain tonight here. Once again, angling down the leg, and Ruturaj drives it along the ground towards the deep wicket region there. He'll pick up a single, and that'll be the end of the over. 10 runs coming off this over. 9 runs coming off this over, beg your pardon there, and that'll be 75 for 4 after 14 years. 6 more overs to go. How much more can CSK get here? Can they even get across to 130? Even 130 seems tough on this with the kind of intent that CSK are showing tonight out here. Here is Rashid Khan. The ball turning away from the right-hander, tries to play the cut shot. He's missed the ball. That will be a dot ball here to start off the proceedings here for Rashid Khan. His first over of the afternoon here. The 15th over, and he's been given his first over here. A flight delivery outside the off stump, and inside as the ball goes away towards the short mid-wicket region there, and that will just be a single on this occasion here. He's happy to give the strike back. He's happy to let Shivam Dube have the strike, who has a better record against the spinners there. It's going to be a tough battle out here. It's going to be an interesting contest between Dube and Rashid. He's just on a 100-run strike rate there, 11 of 11. It's not been easy batting out there in the middle, as you can see. Both the batters struggling to time the ball, but Dube will definitely try to fancy to play some shots out there. Especially he'll like to take the challenge against Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan to Shivam Dube. This time straying down the leg, and Josh Butler is unable to hold on to it. Will the ball run away into the boundary there? Yes, it'll run away into the boundary there. That will be 3 runs here. 5 runs here coming off a white ball there. That will definitely boost CSK. They require much of these kinds of luck in this game because they have not been on top of the game. They are definitely catching behind in terms of run rate and strike rate. It is a googly, but straying down the legs and just keeping a tad low, and only a faint edge on Josh Butler's palms, and the ball runs away towards the fine leg region there, and will tease Shah Rukh Khan to the ropes, but the ball will win the chase in the end, and that will be 4 runs here. 4 wides here, beg your pardon there. This time, drop chance there, and the ball will roll away into the boundary there. Lucky there for Shivam Dube. But this time, the ball flight delivery on the pads there, and Shivam Dube trying to hit it across the line was only hit it straight down throat of the deep mid-wicket region there. Sai Sudarshan, who was running in from the edge of the ropes into the field there, is putting a dive towards his front, and he gets his hands onto it, but the ball coming out of his palm, and then rolling away into the boundary there. 4 runs here on this occasion here. Unlucky there for Rashid Khan, but lucky reprieve here for Shivam Dube here. This time Rashid Khan coming in from around the wicket here. Change of angles for him. This time flight delivery angling into the middle stick here. Shivam Dube takes down the wicket here. And he's hit it straight over the bowler's head. That's a huge 6 over the strike screen there. A wonderful shot here. Probably the first shot of authority displayed here from Dube on this occasion. Once again a googly, but flight delivery angling into the middle stick there, and Dube giving the charge down the wicket, and he hit it straight like an arrow, like a tracer bullet there over the side screen, and 6 runs here. 10 runs coming off the last 2 balls, so 15 off the last 2 balls here, and CSK definitely should capitalize on that. They should definitely capitalize and score as many runs as possible, because they are playing the catch-up game in regards to the strike rate and run rate here. Here is Rashid Khan. Banks a tad short here, and he's only managed to tuck it away. Towards the short square, and Josh Butler goes and collects the ball, but a poor throw there from Josh Butler, wide of Rashid Khan, and the batters will get an overthrow here. Single there. Poor fielding there. Josh Butler quickly wants to get rid of the ball, and is thrown a wide. He's thrown it away wide from Rashid Khan, and that will give an extra run to the batters there. And straight away he raises his hands up in the air, apologizing to Rashid Khan and the captain there. This time Rituraj Gaikwad, the ball's bowled outside the off stump, goes down on one knee and sweeps it away to wide of the deep fine, and that will go to boundary there. 4 runs here, wide of the deep square there. That will go to 4 runs here towards the fine leg region there. Wonderful over here for CSK. That will be 95 for 4 after the end of 15 here. Beg your pardon, the 96 for 4 after 15 there. Arshad, who's been brought in the place of Prasidh Krishna in this contest. He's bowled decently so far. 2 overs, none for 16, as he'll be bowling the 16th here, as Shivam Dube is on the strike at the end. This time Shivam Dube trying to clear the field there. He hasn't got any bat on it. Once again, drop chance here. Drop chance here. This time I think it's Mohammad Siraj there. The ball was banged in short and was climbing high onto the batter there. He tried to clear the infield and go over the mid-off fielder there, but he's only sliced the ball towards the mid-off fielder. The ball was dying onto him, and Mohammad Siraj has dropped a sitter there. An easy catch. The ball was dying onto him. He's dived towards his front, and he's held onto the catch, but he's grasped it there. And Shivam Dube gets a reprieve, and Arshad cannot believe it at all. And neither can Siraj there. 96 for 4 there. Siraj has already been dropped thrice in this inning so far. He's been dropped on 6, he's been dropped on 11, and now he's been dropped on 22 there. Shivam Dube, beg your pardon, they're being dropped thrice already. 6, 11 and 22. He was dropped by Josh Butler on 6, dropped by Sai Sudarshan on 11, and dropped by Siraj on 22. Here is Arshad running into ball to Shivam Dube there. This time he's cleaned him up. His off stump is rattled there. Quick and fast. That definitely was a wonderful ball steaming into the stumps there. And this time Dube will have to depart here. And the only way to get him out tonight was to clean his stumps there, because the fielders were not supporting the bowlers there. He's been already dropped 3 times. And this time Shivam Dube trying to hit it across the line, and wobble seam delivery, and he's completely missed the ball there, and his off stump is completely rattled there. And Arshad Khan picking up his first wicket of the campaign and the first wicket of this evening here, and that will be 96 for 5, 15.3 overs. Shivam Dube has been dismissed for 22 of 17 balls, and that will be 96 for 5 after 15.3. They are in deep trouble here. Gujarat will fancy to finish off this game as early as possible here. CSK definitely catching behind in terms of this game here so far. Which will bring in the youngster Karthik Sharma out there in the middle at number 7 here for the CSK. Karthik Sharma walking in at number 7. Here is Arshad running into ball to Karthik. The ball banged in shot outside the off stump. Karthik Sharma driving it towards, guiding it towards the backward point region there. The ball will run away into the boundary there. One good start here by the youngster there. It's off the mark with the boundary, win fashion there. Wonderful shot, and that will also bring up the 100 here for CSK. Wonderful shot here. Just using the pace of the bowler and guiding it into the vacant area. Sensible batting there from the youngster. This time good length delivery. He's tapped it towards the right of the cover fielder, and that will be just a dot ball here. 15.4 overs is that much amount of balls that took CSK to get to the 3-figure mark here. Poor cricket here this afternoon here from CSK right from the word go, especially after the fall of Sanju Samson. They look completely clueless out there. What they're doing out there in the middle. This time bangs it in shot. Karthik Sharma pulls it away towards the fine leg region there. Will this be a boundary there? No. Sai Sudarshan will cut it off at the edge of the ropes there, and they'll come back for 2 runs here. And that will be the end of the over. 102 for 5 after 16 here. 4 more overs to go. Can CSK at least just 50 runs of the next 4 overs? 50 runs for the next 24 balls. Then they'll have at least a respectable total. Not even respectable. I think it's extremely below par. But they could at least put up a fight in pursuit of defending this target here. Ruturaj Gaikwad at one stage was 19 runs of 38 balls. Beg your pardon there, 19 runs of 38 balls, and now is run a ball 48 there. I mean, clearly understand in the last 10 balls he's managed to score runs there, but why not score in a similar fashion and a similar kind of a strike rate since the start of the game there? It's extremely hard to understand. Is it the surface behaving like that, or is it the kind of confidence that he's carrying, lack of confidence that he's been having since the start of this tournament here? And CSK, absolutely brain fade moment there, you could call, from Stephen Fleming to send in that impact player as early as number 4. Can't Deval Brevis face the likes of Rabada there. I mean, extremely stupid decision to send in Sarfraz Khan immediately after the fall of Deval Brevis. That to come in as an impact player there, and that to have a negative impact in the game with him not contributing even a single run there, not even surviving 2 balls there. That absolutely meant meaningless there. I thought it could have been a better option if they had tried out Brevis and then waited and brought Sarfraz at number 5 or number 6, because if those batters had got going there, then we could have seen Mukesh Chaudhary being brought in as the impact player there. And now Ruturaj Gaikwad, he'll pick up a 2 here, and that will bring up the half century here for the captain there. 50 of 49 balls for the captain here, and standing ovation. He's fought waged a lone battle in this contest so far here. Siraj to Gaikwad here. This time Gaikwad heaves it across the line there. Has he managed to clear the ropes there? Yes, he has managed to clear the ropes. The ball's gone over the mid-wicket region there. 6 runs there. Swivels his body and heaving it across the line, and the ball's sailed over the mid-wicket region there for 6 runs here. It was a slower off-cutter ball, banged in shot, and he watched the ball come off the hands, waited for the ball to come onto him, and it's played a wonderful shot here. But what's concerning is if we can play these kind of shots, why did it take so much of time, especially scoring 19 of 38 balls there? That meant absolutely made no sense to me, especially. I understand the wicket is low, but still 19 of 38 is absolutely ridiculous there. And if at all you love this stream, if at all you're enjoying watching this commentary here on Sports Beyond Cancer, do not forget to hit that subscribe button there. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button there. Every single subscription will mean the world to us. So kindly hit that subscribe button there. Karthik Sharma, just 3 runs of 6 balls. Karthik Sharma, Yorkerling delivery, tried to play the lap shot and the ball off his bat onto his pads there. That will be a dot ball here. Tried to play the lob shot. The intent was right. He read the bowler's mindset, but not been able to execute that shot, and that will just be a dot ball on this occasion. Change of field now. The long on is being brought in, and the short third man is being pushed back there. This time banks in shot outside the off stump. A slower off cutter. He opens the face of the bat and guides it towards the third man right in there. That'll just be a single there. It's been a decent over so far. Just 10 runs coming off the first 5 here. This time a slow bouncer outside the off stump. Gaikwad tries to play the uppercut there. Just falling short of the fielder there in the third man region there, who's dived towards his front, but the ball falling short of him. Good fielding there. Courageous effort to put his body behind the line. I think that's Shah Rukh Khan out there in the deep, and that'll be 113 for 5 after 17 here. 18 more balls to go. And what can CSK make of this? They're definitely falling. They have definitely fallen extremely behind the strike rate in terms of putting a target on board here. 113 of 17 overs here. We clearly understand the wicket is behaving a tad slow, and it's difficult for the batters out there in the middle, but still not an excuse to be at this kind of situation, especially when you have batters of such caliber through the ranks, and especially when Ruturaj has carried his bat so far throughout the innings here. He's just on 57 or 51. His strike rate just above 100 there. $18 more balls to go. As here is Rabada to Gaikwad there. Gaikwad shuffling, backing away from the leg stump there. Tried to go over the mid wicket there, but off the inside edge early into the shot here. The balls, I think, come off the bottom or the inside edge there and rolls away towards the long on there. That will be just a single there. Here is Rabada to bowl to Karthik Sharma. This time Karthik Sharma heaves it across the leg stump there. It was a slower ball there, and they should be taken there. Well. Both the fielders there. What just happened out there? Comedy of errors, and Rabada can't believe it. He's laughing out there in the middle there. I think it was between Mano Satar and Rashid Khan there. The ball, a slow ball outside the off stump, banged in shot, and Karthik Sharma heaving across, fetching it all the way from outside the off stump, heaving it across the leg side there, and the ball was in the air towards the deep mid-wicket region there, and the fielder there from the deep square leg, and the fielder there from the deep mid-wicket region there. Both of them waiting for the other both of them waiting for the other fielder to go for the catch, leave the ball behind, leave the ball alone, and the ball's pitched between them and run away into the boundary there. 4 runs here. Comedy of errors. Now they can smile about it, but that'll be poor cricket there. This time Karthik Sharma shuffling way across the off stick and goes down on one knee and plays the lap shot using the pace of the bowler, and he'll pick up 4 runs once again in the fine leg region there. Cheeky batting on this occasion from the youngster. It was a slow bouncer, and Karthik Sharma going down on one knee and shuffling across the leg stump, plays the lap shot to perfection, and he'll pick up 4 runs here. Rabada to Karthik Sharma once again. Slower bouncer once again, failing to read the ball off his hands here, failing to read the pace variation there, and early into the pull shot here, and his balls hit him on his back here. That'll just be a dot ball here. Once again, banged it shot here. Rabada this time off the outside as the ball's in the air, and Jason Holder will take the catch easily in the third man region, and that will be the end of a small cameo here from the youngster. 9 balls for 15 there, 122 for 6 there after 17.5. And Rabada picking up his 3rd wicket of the afternoon here. He's bowled wonderfully tonight here. 3.5 overs, 3.5, 3 for 25 here. Wonderful stuff here from Kagithio Rabada, the South African here. This time, once again, a slower ball, banged in good length delivery, and Jamie Overton trying to play the pull shot here, failing to read the pace variation there, and the ball off cutter there, just going underneath his bat and keeping a tad low there, and that'll be a dot ball at the end of the over. Wonderful spell here from Kagithio Rabada. 4 overs, 3 for 25. Probably a match-winning spell, especially getting the wicket of Sanju Samson, because this team heavily banks on the runs scored by Sanju Samson at the top of the order there. The longer he stays, the longer the better for CSK. But tonight he was dismissed early. You can't expect him to deliver time and time again to bail this team out here from trouble. He did it in the last game, and hopefully someone also turns out to support Sanju Samson in this team here. But it's been a different state of affairs here tonight. 122 for 6 with Ruturaj Gaikwad there. 59 of 30, 53 out there, and 2 more overs to go, and it's a below par score out here. 122 for 6 here. I definitely agree the wicket's been a little sticky and it's been difficult to bat out here, but still I would not give that as an excuse to be at that kind of a scenario, a situation where CSK find themselves now at the moment here. 12 more balls to go. Can they get at least 20-25 runs here? Can they at least minimum get 20-25 runs? As here is Arshad running into bowl to Gaikwad. This time on the pads there, Gaikwad only managing to hit drive it along the ground towards the mid-wicket region there. Just a single there. Well. Could you call this as a missed opportunity there? That was on the pads there. This time spraying down the leg, and that should be white ball here. Jamie Overton trying to flick it off his pads, but the ball going down the leg, so that will be a white ball here. And if at all you love what we're doing out here on Sports Beyond Cancer, we are trying to bring you sports journalistic style of professional commentary out here on Sports Beyond Cancer. This is your very own sports journalist, Shourabh Vittalmurthy, welcoming you all people here to Sports Beyond Cancer. And if at all you're loving the stream, enjoying the stream here, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button there. Every single like and subscription will mean the world to us in this battle against my fifth cancer. As here is our shot, once again a slower bouncer shaping away from the right-hander, but this time it will be a white ball on the offside here, and he's fallen onto the ground here. Hopefully nothing serious there. He's on the ground there. Arshad Khan's fallen onto the ground here. Well, do not tell me we have one more injury there. It's definitely frustrating to see a lot of players being injured out there on the field in the past couple of weeks, the past week especially. I think this should be a cramp there. I think it's more of a cramp here. It's extremely hot here in Chennai, and you all understand how humid it can start to get in Chennai here, and Arshad definitely will need to rehydrate there, and I think it should be cramps there. I think there should be cramps, so he should be fine there. Here is Arshad to Overton now. It's in the air, just goes past the diving effort of Shubman Gill in the mid-off region there. Well, one more drop chance here. That was definitely catchable there. The ball was swaying away from the fielder there, but Shubman Gill diving towards his left, I think is once again let it go through his palms there. Just gets a hand onto it, and the ball will roll away into the boundary there. Poor fielding from Gujarat Titans tonight here. A lot of drop opportunities, an outstretched left arm, and off his palms the ball runs away into the mid-off long off boundary there. 4 runs here for Overton, and he's off the mark. This time Jamie Overton clearing his front leg, and he smashed it towards the side screen there. A huge 6 here from the big Englishman here. He's a big unit, and he's sent it apart here. He's sent it to the Mars here. A great shot towards the side screen, and that'll bring up his first 6 of the evening here. Wonderful shot here. I sometimes wonder why this Englishman is not sent up the order there, because he can definitely tonk the ball or 2 here, and that would have definitely spurred the CSK run rate there. A great shot, 84 6 towards the side screen. Well, Arshad Khan having trouble to bowl out there. Well, the physios once again I think should be walking down on the ground here. This time bangs it in short outside the off stump there. The ball shaping away from the right-hander there. And this time he's opened the face of the bat. One hand coming off the handle there, but somehow he's managed to cut it away and place it to perfection. Just a pitching shot in front of the boundary rope, and will run away into the boundary there in the third man position there. Wonderful, wonderful shot here from Jamie Overton. An off cutter which was shaping away from the right-hander, banged in shot, and Jamie Overton jumping in the air and just managing to get some bat onto it with one hand coming off the handle there, and has managed to hit it in the right directions, just pitching in front of the ropes, and that will be 4 runs here. Much required over this for CSK. This is the kind of over they were looking for, and that's the reason I keep telling Jamie Overton probably should have come in up the order in place of Karthik Sharma, or probably in place of Shivam Dube too sometimes, because he definitely has the capability. And what to be noticed is that he's the man in form here compared to those players, and when your batter is in form, you need to send them ahead of the other players there. Two more balls to go in this over here. 139 for 6. This time the ball off cutter outside the off stick here, but Jamie Overton shuffles way across the off stick and flicks it over the fine leg region there. The ball will run away into the boundary there. 4 runs here. Wonderful shot here. He's playing with the field out here. Jamie Overton, he's raced away to 18 of 5 balls there. Well deserved cameo here. And thank you for your message there, Saifan Siddiqui in. I'm not sure what that is, but welcome to this commentary here, Saifan Siddiqui. Hope you're doing good and hope you're having a wonderful time, Saifan. And thank you so much for your message there on Sports Beyond Cancer there. The last ball of the over here, bangs it in short outside the off stump. Jamie Overton slaps it. Will it be going the distance? No, it doesn't. Shah Rukh Khan taking the catch on the edge of the ropes in the long off region there. Jamie Overton, the ball was banged in short and climbing onto him, and all he had to do to play the slap shot, trying to heave the ball over the long off region there. And Jamie Overton will have to make the long walk back towards the dressing room here. Once again, a slow bouncer outside the off stick, and Jamie Overton jumping in the air and playing the slap shot, trying to clear the fielder in the deep there. Was only managed to hold out in the field to the fielder in the long off region there. Shah Rukh Khan, the home player here from Chennai, he's managed to hold on to the catch here for Gujarat Titans, and that'll be 143 for 7 after 19. Jamie Overton, a wonderful cameo, 18 runs, 46 balls there, and that'll be 143 for 7 after 19. Akhil Hossain walking in at number 9 here for CSK. Last over of the game, of the innings here. Can CSK get a 15 runs over? They would love to have 160, somewhere close to 160 to defend, as Manav Sutar has been given the last over here. The left arm spinner who's bowled wonderfully in the last game, and he's also managed to impress tonight here with the ball. He's been tossed the ball to bowl the response, being given the responsibility to bowl the last over here. Here he's running to bowl to Ruturaj Gaikwad. Starts away with the full toss here as he managed to clear the field here. He hasn't, but he'll definitely get a boundary here. 4 runs here. Doesn't get good power and elevation behind the shot, but he's placed it in the right gap there, and he picked up 4 runs here. That should have been dispatched into the stands. But nevertheless he'll get a boundary here because a poor start here from Manav Sutar. A slow full toss on the middle stick, and Ruturaj Gaikwad goes down on one knee and sweeps it away, and one bounce into the advertising hoarding there. 4 runs here. Here is Sutar. This time wonderful ball there. The ball pitching outside the off stump and turning away from the right-hander. And Ruturaj Gaikwad there. What was he doing there? He just lets the ball go there. That's the dot ball there. What was he even doing out there? Ruturaj Gaikwad just letting the ball go. Well. He backed himself a little bit too away from the leg stick, and the ball's bowled wonderfully there. That'll be a dot ball here. This time full length delivery, and Ruturaj goes over the bowler's head here, and it should be cut off in the long on region there. Mohammad Siraj will cut it off and the batters will come back for 2 runs there. Well, I'm not sure what just happened in the previous ball there. Ruturaj Gaikwad, probably a slight brain fade moment there. Just letting the ball go alone, not even trying to play the shot here. This time, Gaikwad charges down the wicket, and as soon as he sees Gaikwad charging down the wicket, he bowls in a wide full toss here. But Ruturaj Gaikwad, with an outstretched hand, pulls it away straight over in the air towards the long on region there. Will it clear the ropes? No, just falling short and bouncing onto the rope there. Just falling short there. Just millimeters there, falling short and onto the ropes here. That will be 4 runs here. How crucial that 2 runs could be. Every single thing will count down to the end there, will come down to the wire here, because it's a game of fractions here. Ruturaj Gaikwad there just nodding his head because he's missed out on another 6 there. This time straying down the pads here. He's tried to play the sweep shot here, but that will be a wide ball here. This time a full-length delivery, and Ruturaj Gaikwad drills it down the ground towards the long on region there. And that should be a single. No, Ruturaj Gaikwad denies to take the single there. He wants to keep the strike for the last ball there. And he sends back Akil Hussain there. That will just be a dot ball there. A good ball, a quicker one, a Yorker length kind of a delivery. And he's unable to get underneath the ball, only drilling it towards the long on. The last ball of the innings here. Can he finish it off with a 6 here? This time, Ruturaj Gaikwad hits it straight here. Will this be cut off here? No chance at all for the fielder in the long off region there. He was standing extremely wide there. And Ruturaj Gaikwad will pick up a boundary in the long off region there. Kagiso Rabada with the dive. Even with the dive, he's yards apart from the ball there. And that will be 4 runs to end the innings too. That will be 158 for 7 after 20 overs here. 158 for 7 with Ruturaj Gaikwad. 74 of 60 balls here. 74 of 60 for the captain here. Well, you could definitely call it a below score, below par score here out on this wicket. But his wicket definitely has something in for when you roll the fingers on the ball, when you bowl those slow bouncers, slow off cutters, and when you bowl, especially when the spinners bowl in the right directions. So how much would CSK miss Mukesh Chowdhury tonight here? Because the ball's being swinging initially. How much will they miss the services of Mukesh Chowdhury? Was it a desperate or a brain fade moment to bring in Sarfaraz Khan immediately at number 4 after the fall of Uril Patel? I think Uril Patel just stayed for 3 balls. He was brought in as into the playing 11 as number 3. But straight away at number 4, they sent in Sarfaraz Khan as an impact player. How costly could that turnout be? Could they have probably sent Dewald Brevis at number 4 there? Come on, Dewald Brevis is more than capable to play at number 4. And CSK will just have to think about how they have to utilize that impact player into building strengths to the team, and how they can use that impact player to their advantage there. With that said, that will be 158 for 7. The target 159, and let's have a look at the scorecard there, as CSK were put into bat earlier this afternoon here at MA Chidambaram Stadium here in Chennai, and Sanju Samson and Ruturaj Gaikwad once again walking down. But Sanju Samson tonight just 11 runs from 15 balls. A great first over there from Siraj set the tone here. 5 balls that outswingers that beat Sanju Samson's outside edge, and then Sanju Samson got a flurry of boundaries, but tried to play a wild slash towards Rabada's good length delivery, which was bowled at 148.2 clicks, and he found the outside edge caught by Butler there. And then Uril Patel tonight getting his first game of the campaign, could not capitalize at all. Poor shot here. Just 4 runs of 3 balls with 1 boundary. That one boundary was probably the shot of the game, charging down the wicket and driving Rabada through wide of the mid-off region there. But the next ball, once again, he gave the charge down the wicket, and Rabada is a clever campaigner. He banged it in short, 148 plus clicks, and the batter could not get underneath the ball, only slicing the ball in the air towards the mid-on region there. And straight away, once again, brain fade moment after the fall of Uril Patel. Straight away, they brought in the impact player in the form of Sarfaraz Khan. Uril Patel was dismissed and he was subbed out, and Sarfaraz Khan was brought in, I think, a little bit too ahead of time, they were thinking, and Sarfaraz Khan first ball duck bouncer tried to play the pull shot and he was hauled out by the wicketkeeper there. And Deval Brevis once again a poor outing there for the South African, just 2 runs of 9 balls. Tried to take down Manasuthar over the top of the outside edge, only being hauled out in the cover region there as the ball went to the skies for ages, and then Gill held on to the gas there. Shubman Dube, 17 balls, 22, struggled during his time out there in the middle. He definitely struggles on this sort of a wicket where the pitch is a little bit sticky and the ball's a little bit slower through the air, and it is difficult to score runs on this wicket. But nevertheless, 22 or 17 there. Karthik Sharma, a small cameo there, 15 for his 9 balls there. Jamie Overton, wonderful there, 6 balls, 18 runs. Akil Hussain did not face a delivery, but Ruturaj Gaikwad was losing partners right since the end, but he remains unbeaten there. At one stage, he was 17 runs of 38 balls or 19 runs of 37 balls there, somewhere along those lines, and then he accelerated and he was hit on his biceps there, but he's been injured on the biceps there. It definitely would have stung. He has a red patch on his biceps there with the blood clotting out there, and 74 of 60 balls there, 6 fours and 4 sixes for him, and he's ensured that their bowlers have at least something to bowl at in this defense of the target there. 159 would be the target, and hopefully this low scoring thrillers has something in the game for us and all the cricketing fans there. With that said, we'll be soon back with the chase. I'm just gonna take a small break, stretch myself, use the restroom, take a sip of water, and we'll be back with the chase here. Do not go anywhere. This is your very own sports journalist Shourabh Vittalmurthy, and stay tuned on Sports Beyond Cancer. Welcome back to the stream here on Sports Beyond Cancer. This is your very own sports journalist, Shourabh Vittalmurthy, welcoming you back to this game here. The 37th game of the Indian Premier League between Chennai Super Kings and Gujarat Titans here. And Gujarat Titans have done wonderfully with the ball. CSK just having that momentum going along the directions in the last few overs. What at one stage looked like that they would not get even at least close to 125 or 130. They have somehow managed to spur the innings to 159 there with some flurry of hits coming down the end of the innings there from the blade of Gaikwad, who remained unbeaten on 74 of 60 balls, and then cameos there from Karthik Sharma and Jamie Overton spurring them to 159 there, 158 there, and the 159 would be the target. It's not going to be an easy target to defend here for CSK. They are definitely under the par, below par score here on this wicket here, but they'll be hoping that the surface behaves in the same manner and they get early wickets here. Early key wickets would be extremely good here for CSK, as Akil Hussain, who bowled wonderfully in the last game, 4 for 17. They'll be expecting him to come with a similar returns. He's all set to bowl to Sai Sudarshan here. Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill are out there in the middle here for Gujarat Titans in this stage here. And this is your very own sports journalist, Shourabh Vittalmurthy, welcoming you all to the show once again, and to all the people who just joined us. Welcome to Sports Beyond Cancer. This is Shourabh Vittalmurthy, a sports journalist currently battling a 5th cancer at the age of 33 there. As here is Akil Hussain coming in from around the wicket here to Sai Sudarshan here. This time Sai Sudarshan tucks it off his pads here. The ball's gone towards the deep square leg region there, and that'll be a single here. He'll get off the mark here. Early wickets would be key here for CSK, and Gujarat Titans though will have to ensure that they get off to a decent start here. Sometimes these low scores, low targets, low scoring games can be tricky there, especially when you're chasing there. And Gujarat Titans will definitely be wary about it, because they have been through this phase time and time again, and they'll be extremely cautious to play in a sensible manner there, and not give CSK a chance to come back into this game here, because currently they have the upper hand here. Gujarat Titans straight away have the upper hand in this contest here. There is Akil Hussain running into bowl to Shubman Gill here. The ball angling into the right hander is happy to defend it back towards the bowler there. That'll just be a dot ball here. They just need to be sensible, not try to play unconventional shots, because that's when things get ahead of time, and to give the opposition to a sense to come back into the chance to come back into this game here. And Gujarat Titans would definitely do not want to do that, because currently they are riding on a high. They have bowled out. They have ensured that CSK have been can only put up 158 on board. They've done the first task in a convincing manner, and all they need to do is to just play safe and just play as per the merit of the ball, and pace your innings perfectly to get across that 159 mark here. This time that'll be a dot ball here outside the edge and towards the short third man region there. A slip comes in place. Sarfraz Khan. This time Shubman Gill tries to go over the top here, and the ball's gone wide off the backward point region there, and the ball will run away into the ropes there. 4 runs here, no chance there for Gujapneet, who chases the ball but can't get a hold of the ball there. That'll be 4 runs here. Well, that was not a convincing shot there, because Shubman Gill charging down the ground, and the ball gone off the outside edge. It was in the air for quite some time, but goes past Gurjapneet in the backward point region there. Well, that could have been risky there. Gurjapneet tripping off the boundary rope and crashing into the advertising hoarding there. Nervy start here for Shubman Gill to get off the mark here. That you never know on another day. That could have straightly gone into the hands of the fielder there. This time in the slot here, and Shubman Gill goes across the line there, and that'll be a huge 6 here towards the mid-wicket region there. The first of the inning here from Shubman Gill, and straight away Gujarat Titans making their intentions clear that they are not going to play the waiting game there. They are going to counter-attack the bowlers, and they are not going to let Akil Hussain settle here. Flight delivery and in the slot, and he's gone over the top here, over the long on region, over the mid-wicket region there. 6 runs here. 84 meter 6 here for the Gujarat skipper here. This time tossing it slower through the air, and Shubman Gill taps it back to the bowler. That'll just be a dot ball to end the over. That'll be 11 off after 1 over here. A good start here for Gujarat Titans here. The required run rate is just 7.72, so They definitely need to pace their innings, need not panic under pressure here. Anshul Kamboj will bowl the second over tonight here. No Mukesh Chowdhury here because they burnt out the impact player to get in Sarfraz Khan at number 4 tonight. A poor decision there by the management here. As here is Anshul Kamboj. The ball shaping away from the left-hander there. Wonderful swing there, the late swing, and Sanju Samson managed to stop the ball because the ball was swinging away from him. And that'll just be a dot ball here. 133.3 clicks on that one. And Anshul Kamboj, he's had a wonderful campaign so far. I think he's bowled his heart out for CSK, especially at the death. Great seam position and wonderful shape on that ball as it swings away from the batter there. Kamboj to Sai Sudarshan there. Bangs it in short and Sai Sudarshan pulling it along the ground. It kept a tad low as per the expectations of Sai Sudarshan. He was expecting the ball to bounce a little bit more higher, but it managed to drag the ball pull the ball along the ground towards the short mid-wicket fielder. That will just be a dot ball here. Sai Sudarshan, he's coming off 100 in the last game, 100 of 58 in the last game against Royal Challengers Bangalore. And what a wonderful knock that night. Shot which was dictated by a touch of class, elegance and textbook style stroke play. And he notched up his 100 the other night here, Sai Sudarshan. As here is Kamboj. Once again, width on offer outside the off stump. He cuts it away towards the deep backward point and he'll pick up a single there. CSK, if at all, they have to make a case in this contest here. They need early wickets, not 1 or 2. They need at least 3 to 4 wickets in the first 10 overs to at least to give them an outside chance to come back in this game here. They're definitely trading back in this game with just 158 on board and just 12 run with just 147 required of 111 balls with 10 wickets intact. They will be keenly eyeing to get wickets as early as possible in this contest to put some pressure back on the opposition here. As here is Kamboj running in to bowl to Shubman Gill. This time, has he been wrapped on the pads here? Appeal there from Sanju Samson there. But the bowler is just asking the bowler that did he get a bat on that? Was it bat or pad? I think it was definitely looked like the edge of the bat there. Otherwise, that could have been absolutely plumb in front of the wicket here. The ball in swinging into the right-hander. And I think Shubman Gill at the last minute managing to get some edge onto it. We'll have to wait for the replay here. A good seam position, angling into the right-hander. Yes, just a feint of the edge there. I think yes, they beg your pardon there. And onto his pads there. Close call. That could have been there. And Ruturaj letting Sanju Samson know that there was a bat on that. This time, good link delivery climbing onto the batter. He's punched it down towards the bowler. That will just be a dot ball here. Uh, 12 for no loss after 1.5 overs. Can Anshul Kamboj finish off this over with the wicket, or will Gill be able to get the better of Anshul Kamboj here? Just 1 run off the 5 balls here, as here is Kamboj running into ball to Gill. Well, change of field here. And that's the reason the delay in play here. Yes, the play will continue now as the fielders are set. And here is Kamboj running into ball to Shubman Gill. Banks in shot. And he just punches it along towards the deep backward point. And Gurjapneet will quickly get rid of the ball towards Sanju Samson. The batters were interested for the second run, but they can only pick up 1 run there. The throw coming in quickly back to the wicketkeeper. And that will be 13 for no loss after 2 overs here. Jamie Overton has been brought early into this attack tonight here. Third over and straight away Jamie Overton, whom we generally see come into the later half of the game, has been brought straight away into the third over of the things here. This time banks it in short here, and Shubman Gill pulls it away wide of the short mid-wicket fielder there, and the fielder there from the deep fine leg region will run towards his left and cut it off, and the batters will have the time in the world to come back for 2 runs there. And thank you for your messages there. Saifan Siddiqui, thank you. Chandu Chinna, hi to you to Chandu Chinna, and Narendra Sharma, hi to you too. Hi Narendra Sharma, hope you're doing good and hope you're having a wonderful time. Thank you so much for being a part of this global community out here on Sports Beyond Cancer. We have a lot of fans and subscribers from across the globe, a lot of people from Canada, Guyana, New Zealand, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, Zimbabwe, a lot of people from South Africa, and I think they'll be joining us for the clash in the evening there, because this game, I think due to the change in time differences, most of them wouldn't be joining in this contest there. They'll be joining for the night games clash there, and this time banged in shot onto the body there, and Shubman Gill, wonderful pickup shot there, gets underneath the ball and pulls it away, and the ball's gone over way deep into the stands, over the fine leg and the huge 6 coming off the blade of the Gujarat Titans keeper there. Gujarat Titans up and running in this contest. Absolute silence out there at the Chepauk here. This time, good length delivery, angling into the batter. Happy to just punch it towards the mid-on fielder, and they'll cross over for a single there. Here is Jamie Overton. Once again, poor ball, banks it in short, straying down the leg, and Sai Sudarshan helps himself to play the pull shot over the fine leg in the huge 6. Pace on offer, straying down the leg. Pace on offer and straying down the leg, and that's a huge 6 here. Across seam delivery and banks in short, but a poor line there, and all Sai Sudarshan had to do was swivel his body, get underneath the ball, and help the ball towards the fine leg in there. A lot of pace on offer, 150 clicks almost on that one, and he's only used the pace and diverted the ball, guided the ball towards the fine leg in the huge 6 here. Poor over here from Jamie Overton. Better ball this time, banks it short, hitting the deck hard, the ball climbing onto the batter, the ball shaping away from the left-hander there. He's tapped it away towards the wide of the backward point fielder, and he'll pick up a single there. Poor start here from Overton. Just 5 balls, and already he's given away 16 runs of his 5 balls there. You can't afford to give freebies, especially when you're defending just 158 out on board, especially after putting 158 on board here. Here is Overton to Shubman Gill. Once again, straying down the leg here. Poor line, poor length there. He's driven it away towards the deep mid-wicket region there. Gurjapneet from the deep fine leg will cut it off and will keep the batters to just a single there. 30 for none after 3 here. It's been a wonderful start here so far for Gujarat Titans here. And the required run rate just below 7.5. So this should be up and running. They should be up and running in this stage. They have a wonderful batting lineup in the form of Josh Butler, Washington Sundar, Shah Rukh Khan, Jason Holder, and they'll be also bringing an impact player too. So it's going to be an exciting contest here. I think they'll be bringing in Rahul Tewatia, if I'm not wrong, as an impact player. So this should be an exciting contest. But definitely at the moment it's 90-10 towards in the favor of Gujarat Titans here. They are dominated with the ball, and straight away in this reply to the target, they are dominated with the bat, with both Gill and Sai Sudarshan getting to a flurry of boundaries there. 34 no loss after 3. poor start there by Overton. 17 runs straight away off his first over. 17 runs is extremely too much considering the target that they have put on the board. Here is Anshul Kamboj as Shubman Gill charges down the ground. As soon as he sees him charging down the ground, the ball's bowled a little bit short in the good length there, and the ball in swinging as he tries to cut the ball. He's missed the ball, and good take there by Sanju Samson on this occasion. The ball was moving away from him towards his left, and he had to put in the dive to hold on to the ball there. Good take there by the wicket keeper. That'll just be a dot ball here. Here is Kamboj once again. Shubman Gill drives it away this time to Akil Hussain there. Akil Hussain quickly holds on to the ball, and Sai Sudarshan and wandered a little bit outside the crease, and Akil having a shy at the bowler's end. That'll just be a dot ball here. How much would they be missing the service of Mukesh Sharma? He would have been ideal on this wicket here. And poor decision to bring in Sarfaraz Khan straight away after the fall of the third wicket there, after the fall of the second wicket there in the form of Uril Patel there. And immediately the next ball, Uril Patel was subbed out, and Sarfaraz was brought in. How much did they management make a blunder there? This time good length delivery, angling into the right-hander, taps it towards the front of the cover point fielder, and they'll cross over for a single there. 128 required of 99. That's the equation now. With 10 wickets in hand, I think it's Gujarat Titans' game to lose, especially with the kind of start they've got, and the amount of runs that they have to chase is completely nominal considering the kind of scores we have seen in the tournament so far. Anshul Kamboj is currently the leading wicket taker in this campaign. He's currently the purple cap holder there. Can he get a breakthrough? The much required breakthrough here for CSK. Here is Kamboj to Sai Sudarshan. Good length delivery, angling into the off stick there, shaping away, pitching on leg and angling into the off stick. He's only managed to tap it back towards the ball. That will be a dot ball here. He's kept it tight here, Anshul Kamboj. Hopefully Jamie Overton and managed to keep the same kind of pressure from the other end. Then these batters could have succumbed under pressure and tried to play some unconventional shot, but with the runs leaking from the other end, it doesn't make much of an impact, even if they tend to play out some dot balls there. Here is Kamboj to Sudarshan. This time is guided away towards the gully region there, and that will just be a dot ball on this occasion here. This time banks in shot outside the off stump, and misfield there from Akil Hussain in the cover point region there. And will that give the batters the chance to come back, cross for single there? No, they don't. And that's a wonderful over once again. He's bowled wonderfully once again. 2 overs, none for 3. Just 1 run coming off this over here. Anshul Kamboj, he's bowled wonderfully there. 2 overs, none for 3 there. And Gujarat Titans 31 for no loss after 4 overs here. Only if Jamie Overton had managed to put up a similar kind of pressure from the other end, but he gave away 17 runs off his first over there. That completely giving Gujarat Titans the liberty to play out Kamboj's over with much ease there. Even if they can afford to let these balls be turned, they can afford these balls to be a dot balls there, because the previous over went for 17 there, as Gurjapneet's been brought into the attack here straight away for the 5th over there. Gurjapneet into the attack here for the first time in this game. He's running in, coming in from over the wicket to bowl to Shubman Gill there. Shubman Gill, that initial shuffle, I think that was close. That was close there. Well. That could have been Plum once again a little bit late to get his bat down to the ball there off the inside as the ball runs away towards the deep backward square, and the batter knows, the bowler knows that was touch and go there. Just the edge before it could have crashed into the pads there, and the ball runs away towards the deep backward square, and he'll pick up a single there. Now they can afford to smile here, Shubman Gill, because he's just telling Sai Sudarshan about the late movement on the ball, and is almost managing to catch him on the wrong end of things, if not for the edge there. This time Sai Sudarshan trying to play the lap shot here, doesn't get good contact on the ball. The ball has been chipped in the air. And a couple of bounces before Sanju Samson gets to the ball, but misfield there from Sanju Samson, and the batters will cross over for a single there. It was a little bit too high on the bat there, hitting him on the bat handle and the gloves there, and a couple of bounces because it did not bounce there in front of Sanju Samson there. It just bounced in front of Sanju Samson, and an odd bounce there as it went underneath his hands there, and that will just be one run on this occasion here. This time Shubman Gill tries to tuck it off his pads, but only towards the mid-wicket fielder. That will just be a dot ball here. Every single dot ball will be key here. After 4.3 overs, CSK were just 26 for 2. Just 26 for 2. Imagine that. And after the 10th over, they were only somewhere around 60 or 50. They were somewhere around 43 or 45 there, with Ruturaj Gaikwad batting on 19 or 18 of 38 balls there. I mean, completely was surprised to see him bat in that sort of a manner. Here is Gurjapneet, the ball to Shubman Gill, this time off the pads, flicks it away towards the deep backward point, deep square leg region there. That will just be a single, deep backward square, and that will just be a single there. Here is Gurjapneet to Sudarshan. A low full toss, and it drives it straight down the ground. That will be 4 runs here. Wonderful shot here. Poor ball there. Low full toss. And Sai Sudarshan is someone who will play this test match kind of a shots and stroke play. And he'll definitely ensure he punishes the bowler there. And that too with that kind of a fashion there. Thank you for your message there, Tao Sahota. Hi to you too. Hi Tao Sahota. Hope you're doing good and hope you hit the like and subscribe button there. Here is Gurjapneet to try Sudarshan this time. Misfield there. Misfield, and the ball will run away to the boundary there. CSK cannot afford to field in that sort of a manner there. I think it's Karthik Sharma there. I think he was the second slip, and Sai Sudarshan tried to guide it down towards the third man region there. Karthik Sharma diving towards his right, gets a hand onto the ball, but lets the ball go through his hands, and the ball will run away towards the third man region there. 4 runs here for Sai Sudarshan. 2 boundaries on the trot. This is what I was talking about here. When you let these kind of boundaries go, you let the pressure go from the opposition, and you're unable to capitalize in the next over there. That is what has been happening so far there. They let the pressure from one end. They are trying to build pressure from one end with Kamboj bowling in that sort of a manner, and with such kind of fielding efforts and such kind of low full tosses on offer. You can't afford to put pressure on the batters on a consistent basis, because they'll only be cooked under pressure when you have pressure built from both the ends there. As Kamboj has been given the ball straight away for his third over here, this time in the slot here, and Shubman Gill will take the long handle, and the ball's been smashed over the wide of the long on region there. 6 runs here, the second of the night for Shubman Gill. Poor bowling this occasion, pitching it up a little bit, and he's gone the distance. Just 111 of 89 now. The required run rate less than 7.5 now. Football King Guy. Hi, Football King Guy. Hi to you too. Hope you're doing good and hope you're having a wonderful time. Welcome to the stream here and welcome to our family here at Sports Beyond Cancer here. This time, will this be taken here? And Akhil Hussain put in the dive and almost pulling off a stunner in the backward point region there. And I think he's probably injured his head with that pursuit of the catch there. The ball was cut hard. It was sliced hard towards the backward point region there. The ball was banged in short outside the off stump, moving away from the right hander. And Shubman Gill, who charges down the ground, cuts it away. And the ball travelled fiercelessly towards the point region there. And Akhil Hussain running towards his right from the deep backward point region, puts in a dive and gets a hand onto the ball there. I think he gets his hand onto the ball and he's unable to hold onto the catch as his head crashes onto the ground there because the ball was dying on him and he's currently on the ground there. He's currently on the ground. It's not a good sight for any sporting fan. That would have been a stunner had he managed to take the catch because that was traveling with an immense amount of speed there. Cut fiercely by the batter there. Well, that will definitely go down as a dropped opportunity here. The umpire has already made his way towards the deep backward point region there. Gujarat Titans already racing away to 49 for no loss here. Absolutely a game of two halves, a game of two spears there because CSK were struggling to time the ball initially and Gujarat Titans have got off to a flyer of a start here. I mean, was it the surface or was it the mindset of the CSK batters there? We clearly cannot understand what happened there with the CSK batters, especially Ruturaj Gaikwad. I know he scored 74 of 60 balls unbeaten to take the team to 158, but at one stage he was batting on 19 of 38 balls there. Football, I liked and subbed. So thank you so much there, Football King Guy. Thank you so much for your like and subscription and welcome to the stream here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Hope you're equally excited. I think you definitely, the name itself suggests Football King Guy. You're eagerly waiting for the football season to rock or to start kick off there. I think the World Cup is around the corner there. The FIFA World Cup is around the corner there. We are all geared for the FIFA World Cup there. That's soon going to be coming out there and entire world waiting for the FIFA World Cup there. But unfortunately, I still think that India does not have any bidders for the streaming of the broadcast of the FIFA World Cup here. I'm not sure how the fans in India would be able to watch the games out here in India. So hopefully some channel or some broadcaster comes up front and telecast the FIFA World Cup there. This time the ball shaping away from the left-hander, keeping a tad low, and Sai Sudarshan completely outbidden, but tries to play the drive, gets an inside edge there. The ball dying on him, and the ball just whizzing past the off stick there, and that will be a French cut into the boundary there. 4 runs here. Lucky there for the batter. Lucky reprieve there for the batter. Just whizzing past the off stick and will run away into the fine leg boundary there. Unlucky there for Compose there. Here is Compose to Sai Sudarshan, full delivery, and he drives it towards the mid-off, and they'll scramble for a single with that boundary of the previous ball. They also notched up the 50 there within the matter of the power play. They have managed to put up 50 runs on board here. CSK took almost ages to get to 50 there. Probably 10th or 11th. I think probably the 11th or the 12th over They got to the 50th mark. They're poor batting tonight here. Completely clueless what happened out there in the middle. Was the surface behaving odd? Was it coming a little bit slower? I'm not sure what happened to the batters, especially after Sanju Samson got out. It was absolutely clueless. This time, Kamboj full-length delivery, angling into the right-hander in-swinger. He's tried to play the drive shot, straight drive off the inside edge onto the pad and rolls back towards the bowler there. That'll just be a dot ball here. This time sensible batting there, just taps it in front of the cover fielder and the scamper for a quick single there. That will be the end of the power play here. 55 for none after 6 overs here. That's a wonderful start here for Gujarat Titans. They're definitely now dominating the game. The game is looking in the favor of Gujarat Titans there, for 95% in favor of Gujarat Titans and 5% in favor of CSK. They definitely have the upper hand since the start of the game, actually, to be honest there. And that will be 55 for none after 6 here. And if at all you haven't hit that subscribe button, kindly hit that subscribe button there. With the relaxation of the field here, with the end of the power play, straight away we'll be seeing the Afghan spinner Noor Ahmed into the attack here. CSK after 6 overs were 28 for 3. Thank you for your subscription there. Power shot goalkeeper. Thank you so much for your subscription. This time the ball turning away into the right-hander and is driven it along the ground towards the sweeper cover there to find a single there. Thank you so much there for your subscription. Power shot goalkeeper. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the family here at Sports Beyond Cancer. Power shot goalkeeper. Share it with your friends and family. Probably share it with your footballing team and community too, so that we have more people here on Sports Beyond Cancer. We are trying to build a global community where we love sports to score, where we love sports to the core, despite the odds, despite the rivalry, despite everything. We want to promote sports in the right direction and use sports as a tool to develop the community there, and sports journalism as a tool to develop the community there. This time a flat away, turning away from the left-hander, drills it down the ground towards the long on. Sensible batting there. That will be a single there. Singles would do here for Gujarat Titans. They did not try to do something out of the box or something fancy there. It's just 102 of 82 there. It's an easy game for them. It's their games to lose with the kind of scenario and position they find themselves at this juncture of the contest here. This time, wonderful take there from Sanju Samson down the leg and is whipped the bails off there in a flash there. Sanju Samson has whipped the bails off in a flash there. Would this be a stumping opportunity, or would this be a stumping opportunity? Could this be a stumping opportunity? Wonderful take down the leg and quickly gets rid of the bails, I think. But Sanju Samson is not that confident here. A half-hearted appeal here from Sanju Samson. I think Shubman Gill would have made his feet back onto the ground. It was a tough take down the line and quickly whipping the bails off. Well. Seems like Shubman Gill's feet are in the air. This could be touch and go. We need to bring in the zoom lens out here. We definitely need to bring in the zoom lens out there. I think the feet are in the air. And there you go, the decision. That will be out here. Smart work here behind the stumps here from Sanju Samson. but this time not with the bat, but with the gloves. A great keeping there. The ball whizzing past the outside, straying down the leg here, and Shubman Gill trying to play the shot, flick shot here. His right leg, his follow through, bring the back leg out of the crease there as he tries to draw the back leg into the crease. He's only managed to lift it a little bit in the air, and Sanju Samson whipping the bails off in the right time there, and that'll be a stumping here, Shubman Gill, and that'll be the first breakthrough here in this contest here. He's been dismissed for 58. He's been dismissed, beg your pardon, there for 33 of 23 balls there. Good knock here for Shubman Gill, and the first breakthrough here, much required breakthrough. 58 for 1 after 6.2. And the 58-run partnership has been broken here. The Gujarat Titans 58 for 1. Stump Sanju Samson, bowl Noor Ahmad. With that dismissal, the big English wicketkeeper there, Josh Butler, walking in at number 3 here to control the proceedings out here in this chase here. The required run rate just 7.39, so Gujarat Titans need not panic. They can play, take the time, and it's just 7.39 out there. But can one wicket bring into CSK? Will be definitely hoping to get back, to pull the momentum back towards the direction. They managed to get the captain. Can they get a couple of more wickets and just pile up some more pressure here? Because it's been that sort of a start here for Gujarat Titans. They have managed to put runs on board. They managed to defend CSK within for 158, and they've already managed to. They are already scoring at a rate close to 10 runs an over, almost close to 10 runs an over there. And now they would be eager to get that run rate. Current run rate dropped to somewhere around 6.5, 7, and then the required run rate climb up to 10.5. And that will be wonderful then this time on the pads there, flighted delivery on the pads, fulling delivery, and he's happy to tuck it down towards the deep mid-wicket region there, and the Englishman is off the mark here. This time Sai Sudarshan watching the ball, playing it late and trying to tuck it away towards the onside. But that will just be a dot ball there. Taps it in front of the short square, but Sanju Samson quick to run towards the ball. And that will just be a dot ball on this occasion. This time banks it in short, and he'll pull it away along the ground towards the mid-wicket region, deep mid-wicket region, and before Deval Brevis will give it back to the wicketkeeper. The batters happily will cross over for a single there. This time the ball turning away from the right-hander there. Good length delivery. Wonderful turn away from the right-hander and just whizzing past the outside edge, and that will just be a dot ball here. Well. Did it get off the edge here? I think the bowler feels that there could be an edge there. The fielder, Karthik Sharma, feels that there could be an edge, but Sanju Samson letting the bowler know that no, there's no bat onto it. I think that should be the end of the over. Good start here for Noor. Just 1 over, 1 for 5. And Gujarat Titans 60 for 1 after 7. 99 required of 78. $60 for 1 after 7 overs here. 99 required of 78. Here is Gurjapneet. A full length delivery. He drives it along the ground towards the long off region there. Sensible batting there. Keep the scorecard moving there. Keep the score ticking there. The required runs and the required run rate will slowly coming down. Butler happy to take a single, and both the batters happy to rotate strike here. This time Gurjapneet starts the session early into the drive off the inside edge. Once again, the ball run away towards the deep fine leg for a single there. Gurjapneet angling into the right hander early into the shot here. The bat turning into his hand due to the change of pace there, and the ball will roll away towards the long on there for a single. This time Sai Sudarshan drives it through the line there, and Jamie Overton putting the dive in the mid-off region there, and the ball goes past him, and the ball will run away into the boundary there in the long off region there. Wonderful timing behind that shot here, and he'll pick up 4 runs here. Noor into attack, turning sharply into the left-hander, tries to tuck it away towards the short fine leg region there. As Sudarshan was keen for the single, but denied there by Butler, so that will be a dot ball here. This time, Josh Butler will pick up a single towards the deep mid-wicket region there. Thank you so much there for your message. I'll watch all live streams for the IPL. All your thank you so much there, Football King Guy, for being kind and letting us know that you're going to be watching, being associated with us for a long time here during the course of the IPL and beyond the IPL too. 86 of 68 balls here. Gujarat Titans have this game under the control here with 9 wickets in hand. The CSK, on the other hand, will need a couple of wickets in the next couple of overs. Otherwise, the game's done and dusted there. It's slowly going away from the clutches of CSK. I think they never had it under the clutches, but at least they can try to bring a part of the game under the clutches to make a case in this contest here. No running into bold strikes. Quicker one, angling into the left-hander, taps it away towards the mid-wicket position there, and the batters, clever batting there. Quickly come back for 2 runs there. Sensible batting there. The fielders are out on the edge of the rope, so tapping it gently in that region. And the deep fielders on the deep will have to run all the way from the deep to the circle, and that will give the batters the time to come back for 2 runs here. Sensible batting here from the local man, Strike Distance. Well, I think in the pursuit of crossing the second run there, I think he's 1 run short there. He's 1 run short. I think Sai Sudarshan did not test the non-strikers and he's 1 run short there. Here is no running into ball to Sai. This time the ball flighted and turning away onto the pads. He's happy to just tuck it away towards the deep backward square, and he'll pick up the single and he'll read in the strike. That will be 75 for 1 after 9, and I think that should be the strategic timeout here. 75 for 1 after 9 after strategic timeout here. Just 84 required of the next 11 here. And to all the folks watching the stream here on Sport Beyond Cancer, this is your very own sports journalist Shourabh Vittalmurthy. Hope you're having a wonderful time and hope you're enjoying the stream here. This is Shourabh Vittalmurthy, a former journalist, sports journalist, trying to bring you a live stream here in this contest, in this IPL, and hope you enjoyed it over the course of the time and hope you're doing good. I'm currently battling the 5th cancer at the age of 33. I've been working as a sports journalist for 8 years, 4 years in India, 4 years in New Zealand, covered various leagues, international, national, and also during my time in New Zealand also learned the art of learning how to play a rugby and how to report rugby, and it was wonderful because rugby completely into the DNA of New Zealanders there. It was wonderful to watch rugby from close quarters and also take sports action photographs and write sports articles in rugby too. But unfortunately during my time there in New Zealand, I also covered the Tokyo 2020 Olympics which happened in 21 due to the COVID. The Olympics was pushed by 1 year, and unfortunately my 5th cancer coming in at that point of time, and then I had to return back to India, and for the last 3 years I've been battling life and death every single day on the edge of my bed, fighting cancer. Every single day was the only motivation for every single day was to survive one day, was to survive one more day, was to survive one more day, one day at a time. But fortunately after 3 years, universe has at least given me a chance to get back at life by pushing me to remission phase. I'm so glad the fight turned out to be in a positive manner, and I'm now currently in the remission phase. I still have 18 to 20 months of treatment left with the plastic surgeries and tissue reconstruction surgeries to come, but it's a long time, 18 months to 20 months. So I thought, why not do something here on the virtual platform? And then we started this channel, Sports Beyond Cancer, during the T20 World Cup, and we were extremely lucky and extremely happy that we received a lot of support from across the globe, especially people from West Indies, South Africa, New Zealand, USA, Singapore, Malaysia, South Africa, Zimbabwe, South Asia, including the Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, some parts of Bangladesh too, and then they made me believe in this journey, and they told me that you should continue this journey on a long-term basis until I finish my entire treatment course. And it's been wonderful to have you people all here to support my channel there, and that's what gave fruition to Sports Beyond Cancer. CSK tonight, after being put into bat, could only manage 158 on board with only Rituraj Gaikwad, who got off to an extremely poor start. At one stage, Rituraj Gaikwad was batting on 17 runs of 38 balls, and then he had to accelerate to get CSK to that sort of a total there. And Gujarat Titans, on the other hand, wonderful opening partnership between Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill set the tone for them. They crossed 50 runs, and then Shubman Gill, the first wicket to fall earlier in this game, as Noor Ahmad picked him, and as he was stumped off a white ball there. A good reflexes and good hand speed there by Sanju Samson, who whipped the bails off of a wide delivery. And 75 for 1 as the current partnership slowly building. 17 runs of 16. CSK, on the other hand, will have to pick up wickets in tandem. If at all, they have to make a case in at least putting up a fight in this contest here. Otherwise, games swiftly turning into the favor of Gujarat Titans there. The required runs is now just 84 runs of 66 balls, and a change in a strategy there. They'll be giving the ball to Shivam Dube there. Shivam Dube has been given the ball here. Well. I'm not sure if this addition could backfire or if it could turn out in favor of CSK, but we'll have to wait and watch as he's running into bowl to Sai Sudarshan. Sai Sudarshan opening the face of the bat and trying to guide it away towards the third man region, towards the gully region, backward point region there, and they quickly scamper for a single there. Sarfraz Khan having a shy at the striker's end, I think, but Josh Butler will be into the crease there. Good running between the two batters there. That'll just be a single on the occasion. Here is Shivam Dube running into bowl to Butler. This time, good length delivery. He's punched it off towards Noor in the cover region. That'll just be a dot ball here. Rolls his fingers on the ball. 129.4 clicks on that one. This time he shuffles across the off stick and whips it away wide of the mid-wicket fielder, and the batter ball will go towards the deep mid-wicket region there. Then they'll be only be able to take a single there. Good fielding there for Anshul Kamboj. Tried to guide it down between the short third fielder and the gully there. Sensible shot there. Just using the pace and trying to guide it away. Almost managing to squeeze it past between them, but Anshul Kamboj putting in the dive. Wonderful fielding there from Kamboj, diving towards his left. And he'll restrict the batters to just one run there. Applause from the bowler, applause from the captain there. Great commitment there from Anshul Kamboj, putting in the dive towards his left. And they've managed to top the ball there. And there you go, applause from Sanju Samson too. Well. Josh Butler backing away himself a little too much over the leg side there, and Shivam Dube banks it in short. A slower ball there, off cutter there and off the outside edge, and just falling short of Sanju Samson there. Sanju Samson there. As soon as he saw him backing down, he rolled his fingers outside edge, but did not carry there to Sanju Samson there. Good ball there. Only if that had carried to Sanju Samson, it could have been a different tale altogether. Here is Shivam Dube running into bowl to Josh Butler. This time banks it in shot outside the off stump. Josh Butler, wonderful shot here. Wonderful shot here, moving himself away towards the offside. He punches it through the covers there. Sensible shot. No risk shot there, and he'll pick up 4 runs here. Sensible shot here. Walking down across the off stick, and the ball outside the off stump, just punching it and guiding it towards the past the cover fielder, and will run away into the boundary there. 4 runs to end the over. That will be 82 for 1 after 8. 82 for 1 after 10. Beg your pardon there. 82 for 1 after 10 here. Halfway in the innings, and Gujarat Titans the game completely into the pocket. They're 96% in the favor of Gujarat Titans and only 4% outside. Extreme outside chance for CSK to make a comeback in this game here, because the score on board, the target on board is just 158, and they require just 77 or 60 with 9 wickets in hand. So definitely it's Gujarat's games to lose from here on, as Akil Hussain, who gave 11 runs of his first over, is being brought back into the attack here. Here he is running into bowl to the left-hander there. This time Akil Hussain banks it a little bit short, and Sudarshan rocks back and pulls it away along the ground towards the deep mid-wicket region there. That will just be a single there. CSK need 2 or 3 wickets in the next 10 to 15 balls. Otherwise, the game's just going away from him. Akil Hussain to Josh Butler, who's on a run ball 9 here. Josh Butler will play the reverse shot here. Doesn't get good contact on it. 91.1 clicks on that one. Tries to play the reverse lap shot here. I think off the top is the ball falling in front of him there. That'll just be a dot ball there. Off the glove, onto the helmet. And no chance at all for Sanju Samson there. That'll just be a dot ball there. Akil tossing it slower through the air. This time a quicker one darted into the pads, and he stuck it away towards the deep mid-wicket, and Sarfaraz will collect the ball and quickly throw it back to Sanju there. That will just be single there. He's tossing it slower through the air, Akil Hussain. Akil Hussain in the slot here. Sai Sudarshan charges down the ground and hit it high in the air. And will this be taken here? Deval Brevis, I think a spectacular effort there, but has he managed to cut down the ball there? Has he managed to cut the ball there? Well, Deval Brevis there. Wonderful effort there. A great effort there, because he's back flicked the ball. He's taken the catch and back flicked the ball, but I think his foot has landed already over the ropes there. That could have been a stunner there. Seems like a 6 there. I think his feet just touching the ground. He tried to flick the ball off the first occasion because the ball was traveling over him in the long on region there, but he was not able to flick the ball on the first occasion. But when he tried to flick the ball on the second occasion there, I think his feet was already grounded over the ropes there, and in the manner he flicked it a little bit way too much there, as Uttaraj Gaikwad, who was running in to support him, I think it fell very far away from him, but I think he stepped on there. We'll have to wait for the replay there. Yes, I think he stepped on the ground before flicking the ball on the second occasion, and that should be 6 there. Well, there you go. The umpire should signal 6 there. 6 runs here for Sai Sudarshan there. Wonderful catch on the first attempt. He tried to flick it on the first attempt. He couldn't, but on the second attempt, before he could flick it, his right feet touching the ground, and probably he knew it too. That he should have flicked the ball on the first attempt, but the ball not coming off his hands off the first attempt flick there. And that will be much required 6 here, and that will take him to 46. 4 shy away from 50. He's batted beautifully. A century in the last game and just 4 away from a half century in this game. As here is Akil Hussain once again to Sai Sudarshan. Last time the ball keeping a tad low. He taps it away towards the short square leg in there. Sai Sudarshan wants 2 runs here. And before the fielder in the deep can come and collect the ball, the batters will come back for 2 runs here. Sensible, mature cricket. That is what you call a thing or two to learn for Sarfraz and Uril Patel from the likes of Sai Sudarshan there. They will have to head back to the dressing room and learn the way Sai Sudarshan is pacing his innings. That is what temperament is. That is how you need to play cricket, not just throw your team under the bus, especially trying to be aggressive. In the name of aggressiveness, you do not need to play those kind of shots, especially when your team is under struggle there. Poor cricket tonight. I think those were the batters who put CSK under the bus tonight. Uril Patel, Deval Brevis, and the likes of Sarfraz Khan, especially. First ball duck for Sarfraz there. As here is Akil Hussain to Sai Sudarshan, banks it outside the off stump. He cuts it away towards the short third man in there. Good fielding there, dives towards his right. He's managed to stop the ball, and that'll just be a single on this occasion. That'll be the end of the 11th over. 11 runs coming off Akil's second here. 2 overs, none for 22, and that'll be 93 for 1 after 11. Noor Ahmad's been brought into the attack once again to bowl to Sai Sudarshan. This time the ball climbing onto the batter, a little bit shorter on length, and he just flicks it away towards the wide of the fine leg region there, and he'll pick up one more half century here. A century in the last game, and follows it up with a half century here. He's back in form here. Sai Sudarshan, an unbeaten 50 of 33, and straight away raises his bat. An applause here from the dressing room as well as from Josh Butler there. It's his home ground here in Chennai, and he's notched up a half century. A wonderful knock here from Sai Sudarshan. Noor all set to bowl to Butler here. A flight delivery on the pads. He drives it away. Wonderful shot here. Touch of class there, written there from the English wicketkeeper there. A flight delivery on the pads here. Just timing it to perfection. Drives it between the two fielders in the deep on the onside. Bisecting the fielders to perfection there. And the ball will race away towards the boundary there. Between the deep mid-wicket fielder and the long on fielder there. He has managed to hit the ball perfectly in the V, and he'll pick up 4 runs. Once again, good keeping behind the wicket here. The ball turning away from the right-hander as he tried to play over the long on there. Play the loft shot there, but swift hands there once again from Samson. Quickly whipping the bails off. But I think the batter's feet were grounded there, so no worries there. But great keeping once again, quickly whipping the bails off there behind the wickets. Poor fielding there, misfield there in the cover point region there from Sarfraz Khan, and that will give 2 runs here. You can't afford to field in that sort of a manner, especially when you're defending such low totals. Poorest of the poorest order there. The negative impact in the game so far from the impact player in the form of Sarfraz Khan. Came in at number 4, just played 1 ball, dismissed for a golden duck, and now he's not been that great on the field. He's not contributing anything towards the team here, Sarfraz Khan. Poor cricket here. That's the reason most of the teams did not want to bid for him. He was bought for a mere 50 or 75 lakhs there in the auction, because he was promising during this match, but what he lacks is temperament and consistency, and that is something that he needs to work on there, especially the consistency, especially the temperament there. He's someone who gets to play that reckless kind of shots once he starts getting going, or once he senses that the ball is in his zone there. Even today, the first ball bouncer, he's tried to play that hook shot, and it was his dismissal along with the likes of Uril Patel and Deval Brevis that threw CSK under the bus, and they should be the main culprits behind CSK losing the game tonight here. Just 58 required of 49. The partnership 43 of 33. It's almost done and dusted, this contest. Here is no to size. The sun banks it outside the off stump, cuts it away towards the sweeper cover, and that'll just be a single on this occasion to end the over. 102 for 1 after 12. The required run rate now almost close to 7 runs and over. 7.10, beg your pardon there. This time Akhil Hossain straying down the pads here. Sai Sudarshan will take it into his stride here. Banks in a little bit short outside the leg stump there. He's swiveled across and he's helped the ball and pulled it away as he falls to the ground towards the for deep fine leg region there. 6 runs here. That shot definitely reminded me of that falling hook shot of Rohan Kanai, the West Indian legend there. But this time Sai Sudarshan playing that pull shot here and falling onto his back there. It's definitely had some glimpses of Rohan Kanai, the West Indian legendary cricketer there, and that'll be a huge 6 over the fine leg region there. It's almost a run a ball now, this contest. This time banks in shot outside the off stump. He cuts it away towards the sweeper cover. That'll just be a single on this occasion. Here is Akhil Hossain. A quicker delivery outside the off stump, turning away from the right-hander, only managing to drive it along the ground towards the cover field there. This time he drives it past towards the deep backward point there before Anshul Kamboj will run to his right and cut the ball. I think the batters can easily come back for 2 runs there. Akhil Hossain to Josh Butler onto the pads. He flicks it off his pads towards the deep mid-wicket region. That'll just be a single there, and beg your pardon, there's one more over here 2.5 overs, none for 32 for Akil Hussain. How badly did they miss the likes of Mukesh Chowdhury there? Did CSK panic a little too early after the loss of the wicket of Uril Patel, and did they react a little bit too much there by straight away subbing him out and bringing in Sarfraz Khan at number 4? Poor coaching there from management there from Stephen Fleming. He's not been up to the ranks here. It's been high time, I think, CSK need to start looking beyond Stephen Fleming there, because he's not won anything in the other franchises. He's only won with CSK, that too under the leadership of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Without Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he's not even managed to win anything across the amount of franchises he manages across the world, and he's never looked convincing coach to me, to be honest. He's not been able to adapt to the T20 format as the other coaches and the players have managed to adapt. He's still sticking to the old traditional game. I think it's high time for CSK to look beyond Stephen Fleming and get in a new influx of management out there. A lot of old people there in CSK, and it's sometimes they have been here for quite some time. It's definitely worth to bring in a new flux, bring in some new energy out there in the management who have a better cricketing mindset, which can meet the needs of the demands of the evolution of the recently how the T20 has evolved over the years. So they definitely need to work on that there. Did he panic a little too early? Oh, come on. Dewald Brevis could have batted at number 4 after the fall of Uril Patel. He did not panic and send Sarfraz Khan too early. Only if Dewald Brevis, Dube had fallen and CSK were 30 for 5 or something, then you could have thought of bringing in someone like Sarfraz Khan there, because we lost a key bowler tonight here in the form of Mukesh Chowdhury, who bowled wonderfully. I mean, how can you even put him out on the bench tonight? He bowls his heart out, and there was a negative impact by Sarfraz Khan. He just survived one ball there, straight away first ball, playing that pull shot here, immature, irresponsible shot, and that definitely costing CSK the game, and 2 points to not just the game, the 2 points too. It's a huge 2 points here. Every 2 points is going to be critical to make it to the playoffs from here on. 41 required of 42 as Jamie Overton, 1 over, none for 17, is back into the attack here. He was expensive off his first over. He's back to bowl his second here. Here is Overton running into bowl to Butler. Bangs it in short, and he tries to play the pull shot here, and Sanju Samson claiming the catch here. Sanju Samson claiming appeal here for a catch here, but the bowler says I'm not sure there. The ball was keeping a little bit low there, and Josh Butler trying to play the pull shot here, and I think they wouldn't be taking the review there. Well, it's been dropped here. The ball, good length delivery, shaping away from the left-hander. Sai Sudarshan outside edge, and Sanju Samson diving towards his left there has dropped the catch here. That was a cross seam delivery. Tried to cut the ball towards the slip region there, and the ball off his gloves, dying on Sanju Samson there. Sanju Samson putting his left hand there and fails to hold on to the catch there. That will be a drop chance. You can't drop catches in this contest here. They will make you pay. You saw how Virat Kohli, after being dropped on the first ball of the game against the Gujarat Titans, completely outplayed them. And then you saw the likes of Vaibhav Suryanshi yesterday scoring the century after being dropped. You saw the likes of Abhishek Sharma scoring those amount of runs after being dropped. You saw KL Rahul notching up 152 after being dropped by Shashank Singh. And you saw how Shreyas here, after being dropped twice by Karun Nair, went on to chase the 265 against Delhi Capitals there, and catches win your games there. Once again, a cross seam delivery, banged in shot, and this time the ball going, but the umpire has given a white ball there. Jamie Orton is not happy there with the right decision there, but they won't be taking a review this time. Good link delivery, shaping on the left right-hander there. Climbing on the right-hander there, he just taps it towards the backward point region. That'll just be a dot ball on this occasion here. 38 of 38. It's a runner ball now. It's an easy game here for Gujarat Titans. So they have been on top of the game right since the word go. Not at one point of time did CSK look like they were on top of the game. It's been that sort of an afternoon and evening here for Chennai Super Kings right from the word go. Nothing going the way from the toss to how they batted, and the way they were at the end of the 10th over there. They were struggling at the end of the 10th over there, somewhere close to 40 runs for 4 or 5 wickets there at the end of the 10th over there. Poor cricket here. And Suraj Gaikwad opening and playing through the power play, just 19 of 38 balls at one stage. But he managed to resuscitate himself by scoring that 674 of 60 balls at the end of the innings. This time banged in short and angling away from the right-hander there. Angling into the right-hander there, big button there, and that was definitely angling down the leg, and he pulls it away wide of the deep fine leg region there, and that'll be 4 runs here for Josh Butler. He loves it in that region, and he'll definitely swirl his body around, and he'll pull it to perfection with that follow through, and placing the ball between the backward square leg and deep backward square leg and deep fine leg there. 4 runs there. Touch of class on this occasion, banged in shot outside the off stump. It's a battle of the English players out there. Overton versus Josh Butler, and the later having the last laugh here. Cuts it to perfection, banged in shot outside the off stump, jumps in the air and cuts it to perfection, and the ball placed wonderfully between the backward point and the deep third man. Then the ball will race away into the boundary there. 2 boundaries on the trot to end the over. Not trot, beg your pardon there. I think there's 1 dot ball in between, I guess, and that'll be 129 for 1 after 14. And it's just 30 required of 36 now, less than a runner ball there. So the game is almost done and dusted here. To all the folks who watched the stream, hope you had a wonderful time. I hope you're having a wonderful time out here on Sports Beyond Cancer. If at all you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, kindly hit that like and subscribe button there. Every single like, every single subscription will mean the world to us in this battle against the 5th cancer. So please do not forget to hit that subscribe button there. This time, Noor, a flight delivery outside the off stump, and Sai Sudarshan gets underneath the ball and goes down on one knee and hits it clean there, straight over the side screen there. 6 runs there. They want to finish this game as early as possible. A flight delivery outside the off stump, and as soon as he saw the flight there, it was a googly there, but he read him off the ball, coming off the wrist there, and he's gone underneath the ball and he's hit it with perfection there. Good head balance, good body position, and hit it straight like down the throat. Straight over the side screen there. He'll pick up 6 runs there. This time, flight delivery on the pass there. He tucks it away towards the wide of the long on. And Jamie Orton quickly running in from the edge of the ropes. He'll cut it away for just a single there. 23 of 34 there. Take a bow, Sai Sudarshan, a century in the last game in a losing cause. He would have been desperately disappointed with that. But tonight, he's played a match-winning knock here. It was a below. It was extremely below par score here, to be honest here. 158 was not sufficient on this wicket. And especially with this side of a bowling lineup that CSK have, definitely not sufficient. This time, Josh Butler is wrapped on the pads here. A huge appeal here. And Noor looking at the captain and then at the wicketkeeper is asking him what is going high. I think Sanju Samson just letting him know probably it was going high because it struck him on the knee roll. So I think Sanju Samson straight away letting him know that probably it was going high there. And there is Noor going back to his bowling mark there. This time the ball turning into the right hand, cut away, driven towards the extra cover. That will be a dot ball here. Good ball once again from Noor, and is just happy to guide it away towards the wide of the short third, and he'll pick up a single there. Sai Sudarshan, it's his home ground tonight here in this contest. He's a local guy from Chennai, and his home ground. And his father is out there cheering for him, and he'll be extremely happy watching his son bat in such sort of a manner there, notching up his half century, coming after a century in the last game here. This time banged in shot, and he tries to pull it away, and the ball going towards the deep backward square. One bounce towards Anshul Kamboj, and that'll be a single there. There you go, the visuals as you can see on your screens there. Sai Sudarshan's father there praying to, acknowledging and thanking the God as soon as Sai Sudarshan notched up his half century there. Straight away thanking the gods for a wonderful blessing in the form of a half century for his son tonight, as he has come to witness his son out there in the middle. And wonderful talent here, Sai Sudarshan. Technically extremely strong, a wonderful reader of the game, and the way he paces the innings, absolutely wonderful. As 21 break out of 30 there. And the second game is almost the toss is out there. The captains are out there for the toss. They're in the second contest that's going to be coming up later during this course of the day, as the Kolkata Knight Riders take on Lucknow Super Giants, host Kolkata Knight Riders. So the captains are out there in the middle with the toss. So we are eagerly waiting for the toss to come take place there at the Ekna Stadium. The Ekna Stadium in Lucknow. Here is Gurjapneet running into bold. Sai Sudarshan. This time over pitch delivery, and Sai Sudarshan, he wants to finish it off in a hurry. Gets underneath the ball and hits it over the long on region there. Once again, long off region there. 6 runs here for Sai Sudarshan. Once again, getting underneath the ball and going over the top here. It was a slow ball, 110.06 there. But Sai Sudarshan watching it clean, coming off the back of the hand delivery. He's a technically strong cricketer and hitting it, clearing his front leg and hitting it through the line over the long off there. 6 runs here for the man in form here. 100 in the last game and 79 unbeaten here. With still 15 to get. This time Gurjapneet, good length delivery, shaping onto the pads. He's happy to tuck it away towards the deep mid-wicket region there for a single there. And to all the folks watching the stream, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button there. Kindly do not forget to hit that like and subscribe there. Every single like, every single subscription will mean the world to us in this battle against our fifth cancer. So please ensure you hit that like and subscribe there. $14 required of 28, just 3 runs required per over there. Here is Gurjapneet, change of angle, same coming into the right-hander, coming in from around the wicket into the right-hander there, and the ball's angled into the right-hander and is happy to punch it towards the front of the cover point, and they'll cross over for a single there. This time angling into the bats. He's happy to tuck it away towards the deep mid-wicket. And the single there. Sensible batting there. They did not try to play the fancy shots. The game's under the pocket there. I think the game was under the pocket as soon as CSK found themselves at 35 for 4 after 10 overs there. I think the game was done and dusted, especially with Ruturaj Gaikwad playing in that sort of a manner, because he was on 17 of 38 of 1 at one stage, and then I think the players who should be blamed for this loss should be Deval Brevis, Uril Patel, and the likes of Sarfraz Khan, especially Sarfraz Khan. What did he do out there on the middle out there? First ball bouncer trying to play that pull shot here with no control, no head balance, no body position. Just hoping that it will find the edge and run away over the fine leg. And the poor shot of the top order there, especially being sent in as the impact player, and rush of blood there from Stephen Fleming as soon as Uril Patel fell. immediately subbed him out and brought in Sarfaraz Khan. I think they should have brought in Diwal Brevis, and that would have given us an opportunity. If at all he had scored runs, if at all they had put some runs on board, we could have gotten Mukesh Chaudhary as an impact bowler there, impact player as an impact bowler there, because we definitely needed Mukesh Chaudhary who can swing the ball both the ways, and he could have been key against the likes of Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan there. This time banks it in shot. Poor ball there. Once again, Gurjapneet banks it in shot, angling into the body there, and Sai Sudarshan loves it in those areas. He pulls it away over the fine leg ridge, and there, huge six there. And there you can see the visuals of his father there praying every single ball there. His dad is out there for supporting his son, and that'll be a huge six here with just 6 runs to require. I think there's going to be a strategic timeout here. A strategic timeout that means nothing out here because just 5 runs required here. We all know the game's only heading one way. There's nothing to discuss in this strategic timeout here for both the teams. As 154 for 1 after 16. Just 5 required of 24 balls there. And the other game coming in all the way from Lucknow was the Lucknow Super Giants hosting Kolkata Knight Riders. It's a bottom of the table clash here tonight here. And the toss has been just concluded out there, and Lucknow as Rishabh Pant, I think, has managed to win the toss, and he'll be putting the opposition into bat here. I mean, Lucknow Super Giants have opted to field first in this contest here. It's Sunday, 26th April, and it's a double header there. The first game did not go, as expected there. It was a poor show there from CSK, and they completely killed the game. I think Gujarat Titans completely killed the game, and CSK's mindset, batting approach completely put off the interest in the game for many people with their kind of batting they displayed, with the kind of mindset they had. They gave in to Gujarat Titans very early with the loss of 3 wickets. They almost thought that the game is done and dusted. Did not put a fight back at all. It was a little too late when they started to put a fight back, when they started to play those shots after the 14th or the 15th over, taking to 159. I mean, definitely 159 is not a defendable target in this pitch, and definitely with this sort of a bowling lineup and this sort of a batting, this sort of a mindset where you are always catching up to the game. CSK cannot afford to defend this total at any cost here, and a lot of misfields, a lot of things for CSK to look at. I mean, they could have given Mumbai Indians the biggest defeat in the history in the previous game, but it's only happening because Samson scored the runs. That's the reason I keep saying that this team rides on the backbone of Samson. If he plays, the team plays. If he doesn't play, the team doesn't play well. Just like how Pakistan thrived on the performance of Shahib Zada Farhan in that T20 World Cup here. Whenever he scores runs, Pakistan is in the party. Whenever he doesn't start, well, Pakistan is extremely poor show there. CSK going through the same ranks here. Extremely poor batting, irresponsible batting. Ruturaj Gaikwad, though he got 74, I think he took his time, almost 38 balls to get to 19 runs, especially playing through the power play and not capitalizing on the fielding restrictions. And a word or two about Rabada's bowling too. He bowled well, hitting the deck hard, and then bowling those Yorkers and nailing those bouncers, thrower bouncers there. As just one hit away from a victory, as Sudarshan is on 87 of 45 and Butler 32 of 28. Just 5 required here from 24 balls. Akhil Hussain, 3 overs, none for 38, running into bowl to Josh Butler. Josh Butler onto the bats. He tucks it away towards the deep backward square, and he'll be happy to give the strike to Sai Sudarshan, hoping that he'll finish off with the winning runs there. He's played wonderfully, and hopefully Josh Butler wanting Sai Sudarshan to have the limelight, especially after that kind of an effort tonight with the bat here.